Oh, am I live? Am I live, everyone? Do you hear me? Do you hear me, everyone? Should probably get some music on. Hello, hello. Yes, you're here. I see you guys now. Hello. Thank you guys for joining. Hold on, let me get something to put my mic in a good spot, and then I'll be ready. Hold on one second. I have this box that I put it on. I can't find it right now. There it is. It's in my desk. All right, you guys should hear me much better now. Thank you guys for joining. I'm so glad I actually get to talk to you instead of just speaking into the void. Thank you guys. Look at this. 668 subscribers. I don't know if you can see. Can you see my mouse? I don't think you can see my mouse. It's okay. But 668 subscribers. You guys are crazy. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I see who's in the chat. I see John 2T8X2W, Jarnzar, Seikenso77, Freestylu, Bat Rastard. Okay. Funny name. Random. And yeah, random guy, I saw you early. I'm glad you're able to join. And Tyrannid Aglu. Yeah, that's how you guys say. I have a weird name too, Super Warrior. I know people struggle with it, so I'm also bad at remembering names, but I'm glad you guys are here. We are also in the void. Okay, cool. There's a bit of a delay though. I think I have to go to my YouTube settings. I think it's like a 10-second delay or 20 seconds. I don't know. 3 a.m., bro. Where are you from? Where is it 3 a.m. right now? It's like Europe-ish, I think. Oh, I feel you. Yeah, I work at night, so I understand how you feel. There's a lot of streams that I like to watch when it's time for me to work. Okay. Let's get this started, guys. 660. This is crazy. Look at you guys. This is crazy. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. I never expected this many people to like the video, so thank you. How do I see? Let me switch over to this scene, and we can get started on watching things. 10:30 p.m. Wow. Thank you guys. India. That's it's more Russia time zone then, I guess. You didn't miss anything. We just started. The only thing you missed is that I showed how amazing you guys are and how many subscribers came through these videos, and I really appreciate you guys. While YouTubers make videos about them playing 6 hours. Yes, I will. That's the plan. That's the plan. I got them all right here. This scene. I just want to double check. I just don't have the YouTube page open, so give me 1 second. Actually, it's right here. 1 second, and then we'll start watching everything. Because I just want to have the stream open on my other browser. How do I see it? Live. There it is. Cool. Now I can see you guys in my window. Does it show how many viewers? 15 viewers! Thank you guys for joining. This is crazy. I never expected this. All right. Let's get started. What do we want to watch first? I saw someone earlier. Where's the chat? There it is. Someone earlier said... Seikenso, you said you wanted to check out Luke Steffens, Loyalty, Tea with Mandy, and then for move list, you wanted to check out Dantics and Tea with Mandy. So, Tea with Mandy does the crime stuff. That's interesting. Okay, I want to see that too. What do you guys want to watch? Any suggestions? Eric's has been a good source of info. yeah, I'll make more. Tyrannid. Thank you, Notorious. Thank you. Yeah, I saw you say Seikenso. Luke Steffens fighting Cowboy. All right, thank you, thank you, random guy. Thank you for joining us, even though you're lurking. Thank you. Always love the lurkers. Okay, I see like 3 people saying Luke, so let's check out Luke first. Can you do a poll? Okay, how about this? I'll watch Luke first, and then I'll do a. Well, I don't, because I don't know everyone. So I'll just. How about this? Let's just do it this way. I'm gonna do Luke first because I enjoy watching Luke as well, and then we'll. You guys just should suggest once it's over. So let me check him out first. Where is he? I see RX here. Let's check out Luke. Wasn't he live, or did he make a specific video, or was it just his live? Okay, here it is. I played 54 minutes. Okay, I won't be able to watch all of it because I only have like 2 hours to be able to stream because I have to go to work. But then we can. Okay, so if it's more about his expectations and stuff, I'll watch it for a little bit, see where he's actually talking. Does he have chapters about what he's
Pizza
talking?
Hut right now is offering any large.
I'm on Firefox, which I don't have my ad set up. I'm sorry. Give it a second. I don't have my ad stuff set up on Firefox. Okay.
Played over 6 hours of
Can you guys hear him?
At a preview event in Los Angeles, and today I get to tell you all about it. Long story
You should
short,
be able to
early
hear
last
him.
week we flew out to Los Angeles. Once we were there, we took a bus to the 100 Thieves HQ, and there they had set up a bunch of computer stations
Oh my gosh,
with
this is a
a
good
recent
setup.
build of the game installed. And then we were given access to the game in 2 different chunks. First, we were allowed to play 4 hours of the game from the opening credits uninterrupted. If you sat in the chair for 4 hours, you got 4 hours of uninterrupted gameplay. Just start and go. We were not told to avoid certain areas.
I have not watched anything yet. I woke up and hung out with a friend, and then I came home and started this live stream. So let's do it. And yeah, thank you guys. Thank you. I see it. All right, let's go. Let's get into it.
To not open this menu or
also,
not go
if
over there, we were allowed to do
is like the balance
whatever we
between
wanted
my
in
mic
that 4
and
hour
his
period.
audio,
And once we hit
is
the
it
4
good?
hours,
Like,
we
let me know
stopped,
about that,
got to go
please.
eat our lunch, and then we were given access to a late game save file. Some of us were even given access to 2.5 hours of gameplay in that late game save file. We were allowed to capture all of the footage from the first 4 hours, but the end game save file we were asked not to record. There's probably a couple of reasons for that we'll get to
so there's
in
an
a
end game
minute,
save file
but
too. Interesting.
all of the footage you'll be seeing in this video is from those first 4 hours of the game. And after the event, I went back to my hotel room.
I'll lower
at like
him a
1
little
in the
bit, 'cause
morning
I have my
and
mic all the
decided
way
to
up.
film the video, and yeah, I forgot to turn on the microphone. So I sat there for a while.
Let's just skip to gameplay.
It wasn't usable. So here
I'm more
I
interested
am.
in gameplay right now.
The thing I just want to get out of the way is performance. It's
he has what's this guy on? Where is it? How do I should probably full screen this, huh? That'd be a good idea. He has the bucket head on. The brass head.
Box or in the pinned comment below. Okay, so the first thing I just
right here. He has the bucket head on. That's funny. I like that.
Get out of the way is performance. It's the biggest question people have, and then we're going to get into what
kind
the
of hard
game
to
is,
because I'm
combat,
full screen
all of that stuff.
at the
we
same
were playing
time.
on PC, apparently with the same exact setup as Digital Foundry had in their PC preview just a few days ago. We were playing on 9700 XT. With 32 gigs of RAM. Everything was cranked to ultra
that's
or
the
high,
this is the guy from the
and
50-minute
all of
gameplay
particle
video.
effect
The
settings
scene's
were on
so much more
maximum.
dramatic.
I played
It's probably
on
just
an
the
ultra-wide
weather shift
monitor,
though.
which is why all of the gameplay is ultra wide.
Oh, he's trying to analyze him.
3440 by 1440p, and with that
I did not notice his name before. Kylock the Horn Splitter. Interesting.
resolution, rendering natively with no upscalers at all except for anti-aliasing, we were achieving over 80 FPS on average. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't have a single stutter. I didn't have a single...
What's wrong with the helmets?
Dip. I didn't have any sections of the game where it's like, oh, you walk in this building and it drops to 30. Nothing like that. It was locked solid for me the whole time. Color me impressed. I did not expect that. I was fully expecting certain areas of the cities would cause it to plummet with more NPCs, or maybe when you go into cave.
Yeah, okay. Luke is just kind of going really general. Let's just check out someone with a bit more focus. All right, let's see here. You said, yeah, Dantics, video of the skill tree. All right. Who do you guys want to watch? Fighting Cowboy or Dantics? Do you guys okay? Like, Fighting Cowboy, Mandan or Dantic? Okay, what does Fighting Cowboy talk about? Is it just like general stuff? Because I know Dantic is more combat focused. I don't want to get into combat just yet. Okay, I see. Okay, let's do Fighting Cowboy. We'll do Fighting Cowboy, and then we'll do Dantics next. Where's his video? Is this the right one? Cowboys. Fighting Cowboys. I'll just put Crimson Desert in the search. Here, this one? Here it is.
Going shopping.
Oh my goodness. I need to get ad block on this browser. Alright, we'll do this one, then we'll do Dantic. Luke said he was amazed by the game performance. He thinks the story is not to be that super level. Also, the voice acting and motion capture was really great. Also, the gameplay is amazing. That's basically what I expected.
Okay. What is happening, y'all? Cowboy here, and today we're going to be talking about Crimson
Combat.
So I recently had a chance to attend a preview event out in LA. Pretty cool.
I'll just sit and watch this one.
Had a chance to go hands-on with the game in the morning for about 4 hours. They dropped us into the game right at the very start, so played through the opening sequence, the tutorial, and then we were allowed to just pretty much do whatever we wanted. So the entire first realm, first zone, whatever you want to call it, we were able to explore.
Isn't this?
And then we took a break.
Super
I got
early
to
in the game
with
here,
an axe, which was super cool. And then from there, I got to drop into a late game snippet, taking a look
this is where they
kind of how the game
attacked,
plays, and you have a bunch of different abilities when you have the dragon, the mech, the other characters, and get a feel for what it looks like in the later stages. And so I got a lot to talk about. You know, usually with these events, you might
use mocap for everything. That's good. That's
minutes,
good. It looks. I mean, the animations are incredible.
To go more than 4 hours
Makes
hands-on
sense
with something in a preview opportunity. And even then, if I had to describe it in one word, it would probably be overwhelming, just because there's so much going on with this game that even in that opening 4 hours I still feel like I've barely scratched the surface.
Oh, we'll get to those problems.
So in terms of
I'm planning on doing a video like breaking down everything that we learned from the creator event. So, you know, I'll be making my way through all the different videos and stuff. But right now we're just chilling and having fun. So let's get into it.
What order I want to talk about stuff, I figured the best way to do this would be to just approach it similarly to how I do reviews. And so with that in mind, let's jump in and talk about the gameplay, because there is a ton to discuss. And the first thing I want to talk about is just the raw combat gameplay, because we've seen a lot of it. I've had a lot of people asking about the controls and, you know, whether it's easy to do or hard to do or what the case is. So let's discuss. So at a basic level, the combat's actually pretty simple. We have like a light attack, we have a heavy attack, we have a block and a parry, and then we have a dodge. But I can hold down the heavy attack to like empower it, and that's going to pull from a magic resource. I can hit light and heavy together, which will also do like
thank you, Xanders, for showing that. Thank you. That's good. I'm happy.
A bunch of other abilities,
I don't care if people complain about puzzles. I like puzzles
there that you can unlock. So like hitting A and X, for example.
Exactly,
I'm
it is
able
the
to
point.
clothesline an enemy if I'm sprinting at them, or if I came up from behind, it did a freaking RKO. I'd jump up, grab them by their head, and you know, shoulder drop them onto the ground. If I was hitting Y and B, I was picking up enemies and throwing them, and not just like a little hip toss. We're talking like
it's
throwing them through windows.
Ooh, this scene looks so much cooler.
Like exaggerated anime throws, just shucking people.
It's raining, that's why.
On top of that, there's a bunch of skills that I saw in the trailer that I couldn't even figure out how to execute. Like, I know we have this force push.
I love how
mechanic.
everything, like from the 50-minute gameplay, is still here, and it looks kind of the same. I love it.
And I saw characters in one of the preview things that we were watching. He like did a triple force push up into the air and then a flying meteor kick down to the ground. It staggered a bunch of enemies, and it's absolutely insane. So at a basic level, the combat is simple, and I feel like by the time I was done playing, I was grasping that. Like, I was able to hit my parries, I was able to hit my heavy attacks, my charge attacks, bait enemies into certain things. In the secondary play session, I did manage to just kind of abuse the boss using those charge attacks, which was pretty funny because everyone else was refighting it, and I was like, oh, if I just use my light and heavy charge attack and swap to different elements, this guy gets cooked in like a couple charge heavy swings. So some minor balance concerns there, but we'll talk.
Let's put that up a bit to my monitor resolution
at a later section of the video. But basically, like, the combat just has
Yeah, freestyle.
an
I'm really happy
insane
about
level of
that.
freedom. And it's especially when you're first starting out, it's going to feel very overwhelming as you like open up the skill trees and see
Oh
all
my,
of these
what is a
different
skill
options.
tree?
But there's so much going
Oh my,
on.
what? Is
whether
this
you're focused on weapon play or you're
okay, I was
focused on
gonna
your
say it's
elements, or
gonna
you're
be like
focused on, your grapples.
what's it
and your
called
martial
again?
arts,
Path of
that
Exile, but it's okay.
people
It's
are
not
just
that
going
crazy.
to have a riot playing this game. Like I said, I feel
Wait,
like
let's go back.
even
Hold
with the 4
on.
hours
I need
played,
to
feel
look at
like by the
these
time I
text
was
descriptions.
Open play or you're focused on your. There's so much.
Okay, so it looks like the left side is more
going
magic
on,
stuff.
Whether
Focus, enter a state of focus, causing time to slow down around
you're
you.
focused on weapon
That's
play,
cool. Nature's grasp. I mean, not grasp. This is where he grabs
focused on
things.
your elements, or you're focused
Focus shot. How do you shoot multiple targets with precision by focusing for a short time?
on like your grap.
Force pump. Oh, I think Force Pump Pulse is the one from the overview trailer number. Can't remember, but he does like a. Is it?
In your martial
Yes,
arts
it's this one. Yeah.
That
I
people
think you
are
guys
just
know what I'm
going
talking
to
about.
have
Nature Snare. Rotate your energy to create a nature snare that blocks. Oh, okay.
playing this game. Like
Double
I said,
jump.
I feel
Ooh,
like
I was
even
expecting a
with the 4
double
hours
jump.
I played, I feel like by
And
the
then
time
we know
I
that
was
one. Force current channels force pump energy through axiom to long range unarmed
done,
combat attack.
I had a grasp of the combat basics, and
There's
there was
so
still tons of
much
stuff that.
Wait, what is it? Hold on, go back a little bit. 1 second. Ah, my mic is falling. I want to go. Sorry, he highlighted
done,
over the middle part. I wonder if
of
there's
the
anything
combat
there or
basics,
if
and
it's
there was
just
still
nothing.
tons of
Okay, it's just nothing. What are you guys saying? You can unlearn skills to get your points back. Okay, cool. So you can make builds, different builds freely. Day and night plus the weather is entirely dynamic. Even main quest. Yeah. I think Will Powers talked about that. Is there any video of this preview release without commentary? I think you'll do best those. Any video of this? What do you mean, Dub Will? Like just video, no commentary? I'll check that out. Magic combat and stamina. I think was worried they would go so simple. I wonder if you can max it out or each time you do a different build when you reset your ability point. And no, they weren't allowed to just upload the raw gameplay. They had to cut it up into a preview. Yeah. Okay.
stuff that I wasn't even sure.
What else do we have
how
here?
to execute.
Armed combat, the most. Okay.
Execute.
Yeah.
The Chevy Suburban
Oh my
is
gosh.
the SUV.
Do you guys want to just like take a second so I can download? Just let me get. I'm done with this. Ad block. Where's uBlock? uBlock. Where's the uBlock? Where's the uBlock light? That one's usually good. uBlock light. Okay. Well, I'm just getting uBlock origin then. Sure. Add. Okay. Sorry about that. Refresh. I don't remember the timestamp, but okay. 402. Cool. All right. There we go. No more interruptions. Audio.
A riot. Playing.
Okay, we already saw this.
Like I said, I feel like even with the 4 hours I played,
And
I
the
feel like by
icons
the
look.
time I was done.
The
I
icons
had a
look
grasp
so
of the
cool.
combat basics, and there was still tons of stuff that I wasn't even sure how to.
So what? Okay, what is upgrading it do? It doesn't say what the upgrade is, unfortunately.
Execute. Now, in terms of
Oh, you should have showed more.
I do think in
Let me go back.
combat,
Because I think he showed some others.
very overwhelming as you like open up the skill tree.
Okay, clothesline. Oh, that's cool. So this is some unarmed combat. So I guess this. You can't really see my. I don't think I have mouse cursor enabled, but the hand one, I guess this is like 3 skill points for unarmed combat. That's pretty cool.
And see all of these different options, but there's so much going on. Whether you're focused
4
on
hours
weapon
at 25
play,
minutes
or
long,
you're
no
focused
commentary.
on your
Okay, cool.
elements, or you're focused on,
I'll take a
like,
look
your
at that one
grapples and
sometime.
martial arts, that people are just going to have a riot playing this game.
Yeah.
Like I
Now
said,
I see there's a gold one here. I wonder what
I
that
feel like
means.
even with the 4 hours
Because I noticed also
like
on this
riot.
green skill tree, there's like some teal ones.
Martial arts.
Maybe it's like a blend of the two.
People
No,
are
I don't
just
think
going
so.
to have a riot playing this game. Like I said, I feel like even with the 4 hours I played, I feel like by the time
That's
I was
fair,
done,
Carlos. That's
I had a
fair.
grasp of the combat basics, and there was
Don't
still
you
tons
don't
of
need
stuff
to
that
you don't
I
need to
wasn't even sure
pre-order.
how to execute. Now, in terms of button input,
The only thing you're gonna miss out on if you're planning on PS5, if you're playing on PS5, you're just gonna miss out on physical goodies, but it's whatever.
for all this, I do think in combat,
Ooh,
button
this looks so
inputs were
cool.
fine.
Wait, is this the same scene from
I do
Overview? Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. I think it's let me guess. I think I know where this is. Or we've seen this location before. 1 second. I think we've seen this location before. I think it's an Overview 2 is my guess. Yeah, Overview number 2. 442 specifically. I have notes on this stuff, guys. I have notes. I'll show you guys my notes in just a second on how I make my videos.
Alone and must be.
Yeah, so this, check this out. This scene, I think this spot right here.
Even sure how to execute. Now, in terms of button input,
Where
for all
you
this,
wait for
I
him to
do
show it.
think-
Okay, this spot right here. Can't really get a good spot. Can't get a good view. Is yeah.
Alone and must.
Right here. This. Let's see if I can put it side by side. I can't put it side by side, but this and this are the same location, I think. It looks like it. Agreed? Disagree? This area and this area are the same. Especially if we, like, yeah, there we go. That's a, yeah, because you can see the trees right here. Yeah. Anyway.
In combat, button inputs were fine. Outside of combat, I was
Thank you,
constantly
Haz.
running into some button confusion on the control.
No spoilers, but I'll read it. That spot is the puzzle you do through entering the castle to get the wings. Oh, okay. So there's actually some gameplay that we have to do after we go in. But no spoilers, please. No spoilers. Unless it's in the overview. I get if it's part of someone's video, I'll see it eventually. But
was struggling with was like left stick was crouch, and I kept hitting left
let's
stick.
try to
sprint,
keep the
and so
spoilers
I'd
minimum.
Get ready to sprint instead crouch. As far as I could see, there was no way to
But thank you, Sanders.
rebind the controller scheme. So
The
that's
big circle?
obviously something that raises some concerns.
Which
but
big
it
circle
might
are you
have
talking
been
about?
because we were in a demo, like a slice of.
Now, I've been wondering what these pillars are.
The
These like
sprint's
black
a little
pillars.
weird. It was like you held a.
Man, it's gorgeous.
And then you would tap it to go from like a jog to a sprint.
The
sprint,
movement looks
and
really
then
smooth too.
That would drain stamina faster. So I'm just trying to get a feel for that, and then like also jumping and whatnot. Definitely was running into button confusion with the general controls. And then on top of that, there was environmental manipulation type things I could do. So we got something that was very similar to what we had in Breath of the Wild.
You watched them
And
all?
You got this as you progressed into the Abyss.
You're
which we'll
obsessed.
talk more about
I'll
that
watch them
in
all
the
too.
next section of the video. But I had the ability to
Spoiler
grab
game is
objects
good.
and like freely manipulate them, push, pull, move all over. I had like a force push that I could do, and I could also jump and use that as a rappel. And then
After
I got
this video,
the glide.
I'll show you guys my
Glide
notes.
was
Hey, turn in.
also along the same lines as the double jump. So like if I was on a flat platform, I would double jump. If I was jumping off a cliff, instead of getting a double jump, I'd transition into a glide. And so there were a lot of different inputs and controls.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me go back.
Glide.
Let me go back.
Flat platform, I would double jump. If I was jumping off a cliff,
Ooh.
instead of getting a double jump, I'd transition into a glide. And so there were a lot of different inputs and controls that were.
Wow, I love how I
say
can just go in.
overlapping, or
I
what you
love
could
the
do would change
atmosphere in
depending
this
on the
place.
situation you were in.
Is it a tavern?
And so I definitely
Cooking.
think the control scheme for the game is going to be one of the hardest things for people to pick up and run with. And even myself, as I was playing through, after about the first hour, one of my first thoughts was like, maybe I play this with mouse and keyboard. Like there's so
Yeah,
many
there's a lot of
different
people
inputs going on, it might
talking
be
about the
easier, and I tried to
PlayStation
pick that up,
performance.
but
I
there
hope
just
like
really
after
wasn't
today,
enough
the
time to,
PlayStation
like, try and
performance
make that transition.
dooming
And then on top
will
of that,
slow down a bit.
The mouse and the keyboard were actually like really tight against the setup. They put some crazy straps on all the cables, so I could barely adjust that. I was like, screw it, I'm just going to go back to controller and try and learn what I can with this control scheme.
Sorry, I
Try and
forgot.
work
I'm not
with
in full screen.
but yeah, the control scheme is
Arm wrestling.
absolutely going to be a learning curve. I think that's going to be one of the biggest things that people are going to struggle with here. Moving on, though, to talk about gameplay just out in the world, like emergent world options, because that's one of the things that really blew me away.
Food spam to heal, yeah, that's fair.
An MMO level
experimentation, yes, I love it too.
Into a single player game. And
really, 90% of the houses are supposed to be into.
Of
nice.
My first trip to town.
That's what I was hoping for, to be honest.
There was like a cat meowing. I picked up the cat. Suddenly, I'm just carrying this cat around on my arm and petting it and shit. I found out after the fact I could apparently raise the companion level of the cat up, and then it would just loot corpses for me after I killed enemies, which is crazy to hear. I wandered into some bar, got into an arm wrestling competition.
You
with some
half-witted
guy
jester.
Like he was kind of drunk. He actually ended up being pretty cool. After that, wandered outside. There was some kid in the street that wanted me to play rock, paper, scissors, so I got into a rock, paper, scissors.
Wait, I see something here.
Wandered outside. There was some kid in the street.
That looks like a horseshoe. Maybe like this house has something to do with horses? I don't know.
That wanted me to play rock, paper, scissors, so I got into a rock, paper, scissors battle with the kid.
The Korean dude claimed he played it on PS5 and it was running 4K 40 FPS.
Roof, so
that's pretty good.
Up on the roof to rescue some lady's cat.
Do you know if it was
Another
PS5
lady,
Pro?
Her husband was
Did he say?
being injured. I had to help clean their chimney. From there, I got an item, and then I finally went and like started progressing. What
this is like BDO
was.
quests,
So this is all just
like finding cats and stuff,
and,
cleaning chimneys.
What the main quest was. So
wait, what's this? This thing's sparkling right here on the right. There's like a sparkling rock on the right.
I finally went and like started progressing what the main quest was.
The tiles look cool.
Just stuff that was in the town that I stumbled onto.
Hernan Castle.
On top of that, the way the main story progressed, so I had like a marker to go give a beggar a coin. I gave the beggar a coin. He vanished, but suddenly there was like a sewer that was highlighted. So I go
base
down
PS. That's pretty good for base PS5.
That needed rescue,
especially
like,
4K.
This is out of place. So I rescued the princess. That gave me some key. From there,
quality
made
mode.
my way up towards one of the castles. Had to change the clothes.
Yeah, I agree.
So that they recognized
BDO,
that I was,
but
like,
improved.
not some hobo mercenary, and I was somebody that belonged to part of the town. Found a secret door that went into the abyss realm, and that's what suddenly opened up all of the manipulation type stuff, like
horse
the
stimulant
and the force push and all that. And then eventually,
this is Aliston's room.
Crazy puzzle in this abyss area, which then gave me the ability to glide.
By the way, guys, I don't know if you noticed, I didn't point it out in my details video, but right here you can see like an abyss symbol. It's more clear in this footage, but maybe, who knows? I wonder what it means.
To glide. So just like dude, it was like a roller coaster of stuff. And another thing, the puzzles.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this footage yet, but we'll see.
Talk about, because the puzzles in this game.
Yeah, and light HUD too, which is a big complaint about BDO. I personally don't care about the HUD in BDO, but it's customizable.
Yellow paint, like, oh, there's yellow paint. This game thinks I'm dumb, bro. This game gives you nothing.
No
like,
yellow
came
paint.
Up on a puzzle,
Thank
there's
you.
like a hologram of like a guy doing.
Hey, it's the Frost Tower, and there's Crimson Desert. And then you can't see it because of the shadows, but the desert structure is over there too.
And you're like, okay. So
man, the desert's huge. Wow, look at that.
Up on a puzzle. There's like a hologram.
There's Payloon
of like a guy doing a thing.
I wonder if those. Sorry, I keep going back.
Nothing. Like we came up on a puzzle.
I wonder if those mountains in the background. I need to enable. Hold on, let me enable mouse. Let me see. How do you enable mouse? Output. Is there a search? I really need to enable mouse on this. Hide curse over projectors. Doesn't show. It's fine. I'll do it another time. But yeah, in the background you can see I'll you guys watch and I'll do it while
and you're like, okay, so I got to do something over there, and that's it. Everything else you just got to figure out.
I'm gonna search how
honestly,
to turn on the mouse.
The only reason that most of the people in that room got through the puzzles is
I see how
everyone was talking. Everyone was like, did you do this? What did you do over there? I did this.
Oh,
like,
it is
on
on
off each other back and forth. There is a lot of puzzles in this game. There was like a whole very intricate puzzle section in the late game.
Let's go back.
In this game. There
was wait!
Off each other
I saw something. We'll come back to it.
Most of the people. That's it.
I saw something interesting. We'll come back to it.
Figure out. And honestly, I think the only reason that most of the people in that room got through the puzzles is because everyone was talking. Everyone was like, "Did you do this? What did you do over there? I did this." Like people were bouncing ideas off each other back and forth.
Ooh.
There is a lot of puzzles.
There is Troll College.
Like a whole very
and look right here.
Section.
Shining Shy Pendant. Shy, is that the same Shy from Black Desert? That's what I want to know. Is it the Pororin
portion
people?
That I played? There was a pretty intricate puzzle section in the early game portion that I played. And like
pumpkins.
You're not getting handheld at all. You know, you don't have Aloy being like, maybe I can climb up there, or Mimir on your hip being like, oi, Kratos, why don't we do?
You
like,
said the
you got
desert
nothing,
structure.
bro. You were just stuck with your brain and your thoughts,
Yeah,
and your
I
brain telling
agree.
you you're too dumb
Using
to figure
grapple
this
hook
out.
for
Like,
whatever.
It is crazy how just non-existent the backseating is compared to I feel how in your face it typically is.
Oh my gosh, look at the water. That is beautiful. And this is like YouTube compression. I can't imagine what it's going to look like. Throw it. Throw it.
And then the puzzle elements and the combat elements.
I wanted to throw him in the river.
We didn't even touch on. I mean, towards the end of the play session, some dude was crying that his cows got stolen and he had a goat next to him, and I was like, screw it. What happens if I take your goat?
Cinnamon sword.
And then it was like a GTA style thing where like there's a red zone and I had to run out of that zone. So I run out of the zone. I got the guy's goat, and then I'm just standing there with this fucking goat in my arms, and I'm like, what do I do with this goat? And then afterwards I was asking him, and they were like, oh well, you know, you can
just belly flopped on him
to like where you're gonna have a farm, and there's a whole animal husbandry system, so you can raise animals and butcher them and sell them, and then, you know, bring goods into the camp. And I'm like, bro, there's just so much going on in this game.
Oh, Double playing PS4 Cyberpunk. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
What the fuck is happening?
You can see daytime temperature. Yeah, you can.
Honestly,
kind of like
both good and bad.
Breath of the Wild.
I can tell you right now, this game is gonna be
secret. Oh, I thought you found a secret.
Out of some people.
Wait, it said cannot be opened with.
This game is gonna be
a normal key.
Overwhelming the fuck out of some people. At the same time, if you are looking for the type of RPG where the game is like, hey,
look at that.
Would you like to spend the next 100 to 200 hours of your life in this world? Yeah, you've probably found it.
I don't know how I feel about the burn animation, but it's still pretty cool.
Stuff in the gameplay elements of this game that it's going to have available. So, yeah. Moving on from there, talking about the world design.
Does anyone know if you can toggle your lamp on and off, or is it automatic?
We have pretty standard medieval type world going on. We have the various bases that we were able to take over. I got to briefly go into the Abyss area and do some of the puzzles there. Fast travel was unlocked via points in the Abyss.
I haven't seen what the close does yet, Tyranid, so looking forward to see what you're meaning.
Section, and then that is going to give us a fast travel, and then we could fast travel to that and then drop back into the overworld from there. I wasn't completely clear on it, but it seemed like the Abyss was...
Yeah, I remember that too, so
like way
about the ice water.
That's kind of what I was able to gather, but there was like warping and portals and all sorts of shit going on, and I wasn't fully clear on utilizing the fast travel.
Apparently someone struggled hard with that.
World. But, you know, that's
control and use the sword reflection to light it up.
These preview events, because you don't typically have the time to get a 100% grasp of everything that's going on. You're kind of just flying by the edge of your seat. But so there is a fast travel type system. It is something that you have to unlock as you progress. In general, though, the world design with like going through zones and then capturing forts and whatnot seemed like it would be pretty cool. I tried to ride way on out into the distance to do a bounty mission that I had, and unfortunately I hit.
He's on controller, so
they were like, "Well, we gave you the entire."
It seemed like he's a PC player.
We didn't want people going beyond that. Which does make me think
yeah, that's what I thought.
Potential for like crazy
close will
loot
affect how
you might be able to
react to you
if you're just free exploring and running out in the world. Because I did ask about difficulty, and they said that in general the difficulty will scale as you progress through the game, and it tends to be static. So like if you were at the end of the game and you were, you know, super god mode with all of your legendary gear, or however it ends up being paced out in this, and you went back to the starter zone, you're going to be sneezing and killing enemies, because, you know, very similar to kind of how zoning works in an MMO. Like,
yeah, I agree too. So
going to be the baby enemies.
The NPC accuracy is like kind of fair.
Game zones, those are going to be your
have a win streak in the archery competition.
Your more challenging opponents. The game does not have dynamic scaling where
it seems like the game like actually takes you seriously
to what you are. Story elements, I'm not going to really touch on story at all, since that goes more into spoiler territory. The story in general.
If he's only going to talk a little bit, we'll skip it. Graphics. Let's do graphics.
So moving on and talking a little bit about the graphics and the performance.
Oh,
I think it's no surprise the graphics for
he just did that to some random old lady. Some random lady.
I think it's no surprise the graphics for this game are just insane. I think
she's limping. Why would he do that?
To me, though, was in the night sections. The way lighting works in this game is pretty insane. Like, the lantern is your best friend. Shadows are cast super far. You're not seeing far in the dark. Like, to the point where I'm like, you know, I almost hope there's like some.
Wow, you can barely see anything.
A section where I was wandering out at night, and, like, I could barely.
I wonder how enemies respond if you don't have your lantern out and you're finding in the dark.
In terms of performance, we were playing on some AMD setups. I'm not sure exactly what card, but the game was running smooth like butter. And they had it running in ultra wide. I had a lot of people ask that. I did ask about console performance, since all the footage, including my own, up till now has been PC. And the answer I got from them was actually.
So he thinks the story would be cool.
They said that regardless of what we say,
I have good
people
hopes
probably
for
won't
it.
believe us. So instead, we are
From what they've
sending the game
shown.
to Digital Foundry, and they'll have a full analysis of performance
Abusing the
across all platforms at
RKO.
launch.
Yeah.
So if you're curious about performance, definitely keep your eye out for that. Moving on to talk about audio a little bit. This is an area I didn't. Really
Wait, hold on. I need to go back.
Answer I console and some.
I need to see that again.
No surprise. So moving on and talking a little bit about the
RKO out of nowhere.
It's no surprise the graphic though, like
Anyway, back to where we were.
Up till now has been PC, and the answer I got from
for a
them is
graphics
actually
section,
pretty
he's not really
respectful.
showing
They
much
said
graphics,
that regardless
to be
of what we say,
honest.
people probably won't believe us. So instead, we are sending the game to Digital Foundry, and they'll have a full analysis of performance across all the platforms at launch. So if you're curious about performance, definitely.
Yeah,
keep an eye
you're
out
right,
for that.
Seekin. So I remember because I was like really
Audio a little
immersed
bit.
into
This is
Black
an
Desert
area I
Online,
didn't
and
really
so
get to
I
evaluate
specifically
as much as I
changed the
would like,
settings to
mainly
make it
because
darker at
of
night,
the
and I
type of
had to
environment
use a
we're in.
lantern.
You know, we're talking about
Or a
30 plus
Firefly.
creators all in a space playing the game at the same time. There's a lot of background noise, a lot of discussions, a lot of chatter. So you don't really get to like close your eyes, take in the ambiance of the world, really appreciate the music the same way you would when you're like playing
Watch
by
out, watch
yourself,
out, watch
you know,
out.
surround sound, headphones, all that stuff. But from what I did play, at least, the audio effects on combat and whatnot were all very crisp. Like the parry sounds lined up when you would parry. The attacks in particular sounded really good, especially some of like the executes. Like the stuff sounded visceral. So that is something that I always look forward to, because I feel like sound design in combat is a huge part. You know, imagine playing like, you know, take your pick, playing Kazan, but if the game's muted, it's just not the same. And so I do think the combat sounds, at least, that's where, you know, sound was obviously elevated, and I was able to really take a moment and kind of appreciate that. But yeah, early on at
The
least,
brass. I
audio
can't take the
design seems like it'll be solid. Didn't
another
really get
RKO.
to
I
experience
can't take
all
the
that
brass
much of
heads
the music,
seriously.
so that's something that we'll have to wait for launch.
That's
Now,
so
in terms
funny.
of length,
I love the
how long is this
RKO.
game supposed to be? And the main takeaway I got was
Like, it
that
has so
it
much
is
impact.
huge. I couldn't tease a specific hour out of them, but talking about the game and general progression and how things work, and especially in regards to like.
Does
unlocking
anyone
stuff,
know
so
if someone
wants to
showed
know, okay,
Damien
when do I
or
get,
Unka footage?
you know,
I want
when
to see
does the base
that.
get up and running? When do I get the other characters?
Oh, he
When
got
do
the
I get,
tree!
like, the dragon and all that stuff.
The tree
And
is
it
like
said
picking
that
up the
all of
chair
the progression
in one of those
stuff like
wrestling
that
matches.
is tied into the main story. But
Do
the
you think
main
you can kill
story
enemies
is
headshot with
very
your bow?
much
I don't know. We'll
just
see.
A slice of the world and all the different things that you're able to do in the world.
Oh,
beside
I thought he did
adventures, the puzzles,
some
the
unarmed. Never mind.
exploration, the various relics and whatnot that you can find. That's where the meat and potatoes are. And so one of the examples I brought up is like, you know, thinking about God of War Ragnarok. You go through a solid, very solid chunk of Ragnarok, probably more than 2/3 of it, before you get the spear, and you're able to work the spear into your combat kit. And I was like, by comparison, you know, how is the progression of the world in this game? And I couldn't really get a straight answer, because I didn't.
Yeah, I'd
wanna
really
give,
like to see
like a
Damien or
total
Unka footage.
length type thing.
At some point, we'll see it.
Basically, what it was described was that the campaign was going to be smaller, significantly so, than the amount of raw content the game has. So almost like the inverse, where if you think of the campaign,
Yeah, like
the
Skyrim.
campaign might
If the
encompass a
main
quarter
campaign
or
is
a third
not the bulk of the
entire game.
content, like
But then when you
Skyrim,
look
that's what I
at
expected.
all the activities you can do, all the bounties you can do, the bases you can take, the treasures you can find, the relics, that's where all the content really is. And so they're really pushing kind of
Yeah, that would be nice, student.
adventure where like there
That would
is
be
a
nice.
campaign that you
It's-
can follow.
I mean, we
You
know
can
there's
just, you know, stay
boats.
on the path and burn through it.
Not necessarily.
If you want,
Did anyone know if they confirmed ships or not?
Really do everything that's available. There is going to be a 100+ hour journey for the players that are looking for that, and you know, it's something that I'm excited for, but I'm also cautious for at the same time, just because, you know, it is very easy to get overwhelmed with how much content a game has and then hit a burnout point. But from what I've played, the content seems diverse and well thought out enough that I don't think I'll hit that burnout point. But it is still something that I'm going into being cautious about. So final thoughts after experiencing
Yeah, at least a canoe, we
everything.
know that. Yeah.
I am going
But
in now.
so none of the
cautiously
previews
I think
showed
everything that I saw of
sailing
this
or
game
anything.
and marketing for the game and everything they were talking about, it did feel like a fever dream. You know, you're telling me you got this giant open world game with bases and activities and dragons and mechs and magic and all this shit going on, And I think a lot of people's question has been, what's the catch? Because you're selling me too much good shit here. What is the catch? Is the animation sloppy? Is the performance bad? Like, there has to be something bad. And, I honestly hate that we kind of got to that point.
Goat. Right here.
In gaming, where it's like, every time there's something that looks like it's going to be amazing, we're like, well, there's
coming
gotta
across
be
every
something
water.
wrong with it,
No, I do mind
everything
that.
shits its pants in one way or another these days. What's the stinky situation with this one?
You can do that.
Based on what I played,
you can do
there
that.
wasn't any one thing that stood out as like,
34.
this is it. This is the problem.
I'm surprised.
I do
Thank you
think
guys for watching.
The puzzles are going to be very divisive for a lot of people. I think people.
I've noticed that several people that have like a bunch of subs, like for example, there's this one RuneScape, even if you know RuneScape streamers, Evascape, he has like many subs. I think like over 100,000 subs, but his videos are only getting like 10 to 20,000. Like I don't understand.
Love to go on the internet and complain like, oh, there's yellow paint. I could have solved this without the yellow paint. And now that they're about to get a game that doesn't have yellow paint, I think a lot of people are.
It just shows that you guys are supporting me, and I'm very appreciative of that.
That they are way fucking dumber than they thought when it comes to figuring out how to do stuff in games. And so I definitely think that's going to be a point of
It's a start. It's a start, guys. I'm looking forward to Crimson Desert coming out. My only worry, though, is like right now I'm not really competing with many people in terms of views, because I'm like the only one that's doing actual Crimson Desert content. Name reveal. My name's out there. Actually, you could see my face too. I'll just, if you go to this channel, Moonlit Battlegrounds, this is a old esports channel that I used to do. You can see me there. So I don't really have much to reveal right now.
Bet that the #1 complaint is going to be like dumb puzzles too hard. Controls also, I think that's going to be another big point in the discussion. I'm still undecided if I want to play mouse and keyboard or controller, but the learning curve for the controls is definitely there. I think that is.
I think why I have good flow
out,
is because I used to do teaching English as a second language,
and there's
so that helped me learn how to speak in a way that's easy to understand.
The state of the character and the world. And I mean, button confusion is definitely a thing. I think it's something.
Yeah, I have a few videos coming in
pretty quickly.
Okay, he's just talking about final thoughts. Let's watch Dantic, but before Dantics, I want to show you guys my notes. Okay, here's my notes. Basically, these are my notes. So this is for Okay, so this is, there's some private stuff there. It's fine. This is time. So what is this? Preview #1, preview #2. So this is for the details, or this is the landscapes videos. So I basically just like go through the videos and pause. And preview #1 had a bunch of details. So I just like watch the videos, pause every once in a while, and I take notes. Preview #2 was like the least, preview #3, and then the 15-minute preview. And then for details that you missed, this is the other one. So there's actually still a lot of stuff that I haven't talked about in preview #3. Like, for example, the festival, I didn't talk much about that. The griffin symbols on some of the people. The investigation lamp, I didn't talk much about that. What else? The abets, which are like the deer people, I didn't talk about them. So there's still quite a few here that I didn't talk about. Or like this one, the graffiti, the old man statue that you see in there. So there's still a lot I didn't talk about. Yeah, anyway, back to this. So let's watch Dantic now. Dantic Crimson. Is that how you spell it? I can't remember. Dantics. I studied Kliff's entire skill tree. Do I want to go into that? I kind of want to like explore the skill tree myself, but I'll watch a little bit.
Hey guys, Dantics here. So I recently had a full day to play Crimson Desert and was privileged enough to test out every skill the main character Kliff
Gotta take notes,
has in his
guys. Gotta
arsenal.
take notes.
So in this video, I'll be going through his
Snorting
skill
the
tree,
details.
diving into each node and their sub-skills, as well as letting you know how it felt to pilot. Ultimately giving you my opinion on the skill tree and how good or bad it is. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, for a game like Crimson Desert, this
Or bad it is.
I was kind of expecting the skill tree to be a little bit bigger, but the other side to it is that there's still a lot of build making outside of this, because one, you have gear, and then also there's the abyssal gear that is like attached to your gear, and then you also have analyzing enemies for skills. So there's still a lot more going on here.
Let's get right into it.
110 factions, 573 territories,
So this
5
is Kliff's
nations,
skill tree, which is
76
significantly bigger than the
bosses.
other two characters, but that's for
Is that
another
true?
video. So we have 3 paths.
Because I know there's
blue,
like
red, and
2
green.
other
They
nations
seem to be
probably.
converging into an ultimate skill in the middle, but as of this build, that's not the case. Skills have
Oh,
basic
that's
requirements
right.
of Abyss
You're
artifact.
correct, Aoki. You're correct, Aoki. I forgot there are subnodes. You're correct. Yes. Yes. I forgot. They do have subnodes.
And
I did
besides
forget.
some exceptions, they can be picked up in any order. Also, by observing the skill performed in the world by enemies or allies, you can learn them without investments. You see the locations of which on your
that's
map.
cool.
You can see them all here. If you already had a point in the skill you learned, the artifact cost will be refunded. It's an elegant little system once you get your head around it. Sadly, the game doesn't.
Oh,
do a
so the
good job
kicking,
explaining
the
why you'd
kick
want any
move, you learn it from
once you get your head
Matthias.
around it.
That's cool.
Sadly, the game doesn't do a good job explaining why you'd want any particular skill. A common theme here is you won't see any damage numbers or percentages of skills you're investing into, so it's hard to tell at a glance without trying the skills how effective they'll be. So most importantly, at the start of each tree, you have your passive attributes that you can raise. Health, stamina, and spirit.
81.
Your health bar starts off quite small, but
I
I'd
assume you mean
recommend
81
investing
skills?
a bit into stamina
Or
first.
81
It
nodes or
governs
something?
your special attacks, your dodges, how long you can sprint, glide, control a horse as you tame it, and much more. It's
Oh,
important to reach a
wow.
critical mass. So
the game's like
exploration
twice as
combat
big as
feel
what they're
good.
saying,
Then
basically.
spirit. If you like launching off lots of magical attacks, this is what
I
you
guess.
want to raise.
Okay, pause. So I think maybe nations and regions are different. So when they say there's 5 other nations, it's like it's still the same regions. Like I know there's still what is it? Starts with a V, Holy Nation of Valdaria or something like that. Yeah. So like I know there's probably more regions that they haven't talked about. So it makes sense. It makes sense.
You regenerate spirit by killing targets. Further along the trees are the actual skills,
Maybe technically those regions are outside of Pywel. I don't know.
which give you some kind of new effect or ability. Note that none of us were able to record footage
Oh,
from
5 nodes within one node. 5 subnodes? That's crazy. So scissor takedown.
the late game. Though
Oh,
I can
that is so
confirm You don't
cool.
get any secret skills, not on the tree that you're seeing here. Unless, of course, they hid
Are there skill trees for the other characters? That's what I want to know.
stuff from us, but they had no reason to do so. Let's start in the blue tree with unarmed combat.
Unarmed.
Now, I was given a PlayStation controller, but you can use an Xbox, and that has equivalent mapping, or you can even use a mouse and keyboard. By pressing triangle, you switch to unarmed mode and can lay down the pain on your enemies.
This
in
is
mode, there are
Dantics.
5 sub-skills. The first rank unlocks
Dantics
the
right
skill.
here.
The second gives you a scissor takedown ability. While crouching, you press triangle to trip an enemy. While on the ground, you can finish them with your weapon easily with R1. The next gives you further skill combos to make it feel more like a fighting game, and the fourth gives you a lunge and barrage of punches by using your heavy attack or R2.
I just want to say I love like the background design of the skill tree. I love it.
This can propel light enemies off cliffs and into walls. The final stage gives you a powerful unarmed ultimate attack. Pressing R1 and R2 together like you do with your weapon out for its ultimate will unleash a barrage of strikes costing 10 spirit. Now you might be thinking, what's the point of going unarmed? I wish I could tell you. Weapons have their own damage and stats so you can rapidly compare, but fists, it's hard to tell what the investment will yield. From my testing, it seemed better to use a powerful weapon, but without all the factors in place, without playing it from the start of the game till the end, it's
There's
hard
probably
to be
like
certain.
gloves or gear or something that you can get to buff it. There's no way they didn't. Like, there's no way they're gonna include unarmed combat and then just like not make it. Like, it doesn't have to be strong, but at least not at least viable, you know.
Next to it is
Wait,
pump.
this is cool. Look at this, the enemy. Yeah. Oh, never
Next to
mind.
it
He just
is
slashed it. I
the-
thought the enemy hit the wall and then like he brought his arm back to recoil, but he just slashed through it. Never mind. we can watch that again. Right here. Yeah, he
Next
just
to
slashes through
is
it.
the pump kick. By holding triangle, you launch a powerful kick that sends light enemies flying. During my playtime, I learnt this from a boss and could use it against said boss to knock him into things for big damage. You can upgrade it with a giant swing, but that requires
want the
3
video
in grappling,
UI,
a skill
second
coming
so.
up later. Why do you want to swing him? Oh, well, because it looks cool.
Yeah.
The main theme of why you'll be doing anything in this game. But keep in mind, you don't need to spend resources, just have the requirements for this to unlock. Next is drop kick. Holding triangle will have you drop kick an opponent, yet another skill I watched and learned from a boss. The considerable knockback is great against small opponents. Yes, it is the same button input as pump kick. Does it replace the skill? No, I think. Well, what's the difference? Well, it doesn't say, but the pump kick can be done standing still, and it seems like the drop kick needs you to be moving, but I'm not entirely sure, even looking back on my footage. Then we have vault. For 40
like we have to
stamina, you can
experiment.
press R1 plus square to leap over an enemy. This is good because you'll have a significant advantage behind your enemy. Some you can instantly finish off.
I like
To the
how
right, we have
it's kind of. I wish I could zoom in.
kick. This one requires
If you look on the preview on the top right,
some you can
when he jumps over
instantly
him, like
finish
the
off.
enemy's
To
kind of
the
like
right,
lost
we
for a
have
second.
flying kick. This one requires you to be in the air from jumping or otherwise. Then pressing triangle
Ooh,
will
what?
launch you. This one
What is
requires
that?
you to be in the air from jumping
That's
or otherwise.
cool.
Then pressing triangle will launch you towards the target to kick them twice. From high altitude though, pressing triangle will set off meteor kick, which uses 10 spirit, a more powerful strike from the sky. You'll notice with a lot of these attacks that use spirit, they have a nature-like particle effect. Depending on what your current element is, you can change
You sent me a
the
pic on
damage
Discord.
type. That isn't listed here, I know, but you'll see more on that soon. Moving down, we have grappling.
Oh
3 of
my.
which automatically gives you the
All right, I'll
pump
show that in a
kick
bit.
swing upgrade. By pressing triangle and circle or X and square together, you'll grab your target. Pressing triangle and circle then will throw the target. Yes, you can throw them off cliffs or into their friends or into walls, whatever you want to do. Pressing triangle and circle though will take the enemy hostage for you to guard your body and follow up attack. Another point.
All right,
in
I'll show
grappling
it in a
will
bit,
unlock
Yanra.
Lariat.
Yan-
For 60 stamina by
how do you
pressing
say
X
it?
and square
Yanra?
together, you slam the enemy hard into the ground and give them.
Wait, sorry,
the
I wasn't
sniper
looking at
attack.
this.
Triangle and circle
What is
and
this?
Throw them off cliffs or into their friends.
the
or into
throwing.
walls, whatever you want to do. Pressing triangle and circle though will take the enemy hostage for you to guard your body and follow up attack.
Restrain.
Another point in
Ooh.
grapple will unlock Lariat. For 60 stamina by pressing X
Lariat,
and square
the
together,
RKO
you slam
basically.
the enemy hard into the ground and give them the Stone Cold Steve Austin stunner. With 4 points, you
The
can channel
button
your
combinations
Dragon's
remind me of
Dogma
Black
and
Desert Online
cling to
too.
bigger targets. Then we have a reminder that at this stage, you'll get Giant Swing for the pump kick. Not sure why this is the only reminder in the entire skill tree, but here it is. Finally, for 5 points in grappling, you can follow up your Lariat another time. For what I assume is big damage, it's hard to tell because they don't include
Thank you, David
tooltips.
Mosscrop.
A simple
Appreciate it.
"this does 200% damage" line of text would have been so helpful. Further up though is clothesline. 60 stamina, press X and square
Ooh, I
while
love
running
this.
to
I love these
clothesline
unarmed
a
combat
target,
moves.
knocking them to the ground for a follow-up. Body slam is next, and for 60 stamina, while you have either double jumped or used aerial force palm, you can slam into enemies from the air with your body.
All right, we got
So
one
you
more
need to
hour,
have a lock
guys.
Either to be able to use this ability. I learned this skill by watching a boss use it. It hits in a decent area around you, and AoE attacks are invaluable since there can be a lot of enemies on screen at once, and they don't seem to take turns in attacking you. Moving down, we have archery. You get this automatically when you start the game, but you can improve it up to 5 times. Now, why would you do this? You have to guess why. Then we have multi-shot. It fires 10
What
arrows
does he mean by
across
guess why?
a wide cone in front of you for a cost of 10
What does he mean by that?
This example video really doesn't show what it does properly, but it is useful when there are a lot of enemies around, when you have your bow out, because it takes a fair amount of time to shift back to a shield and sword.
Yeah, I noticed that the enemies don't
Then
wait
we
to
have
their turn to
evasive
attack.
shot
I
for
noticed that in the overview videos. That's really cool.
Then we have evasive
Because
shot
people
for
were
45
comparing it to
stamina.
Assassin's
You can
Creed in that
double tap
way,
your
which I'm
dodge
glad it's
button
not.
to slide and shoot at the same time. Useful
Evasive
as
shot,
dodging
ranger
a lot
class,
in
BDO
combat.
ranger class.
2 ranks gets you an increased speed dodge when you evade. 3 points gives you 2 things. First,
I
it
love
now
the
makes
ranger class
evasive
BDO.
shot fire 2 arrows. Second, it gives you an explosive evasive shot. by
Unka and
pressing
suplex and
R1 and
arc.
R2.
Yeah.
While aiming, you fire
Yeah, I wonder if Unka has more unarmed combat stuff going on.
a powerful arrow into the ground and leap back. You can equip different arrow types, so I don't think this means the arrow will explode. It will only explode when you have explosive arrows equipped, at least when I tested it.
No. Okay, if it's like, is it when it means explosive arrow shot? Is that like the shotgun arrow from Black Desert Online, or is it like the actual explosive arrow, like actual explosion? That's what I want to know. I hope we get the shotgun arrows like in Black Desert.
Explode when you have explosive arrows equipped, at least when I tested it. Now, charged shot consumes spirit to fire a magical shot, once again based
There's no way they're not including shotgun arrows
on your current element equipped. Moving down, we have armed combat. It's your basic attack. Press R1 to attack the enemy with your currently equipped weapon. You'll by far be using this the most, so I'd recommend upgrading it post haste.
Wait, I just realized there's a preview. Let me go back.
You have think this means the arrow will explode.
Explosive H.
It will only explode when you have explosive arrows.
I don't understand what this
equipped,
preview
at
is
least
doing.
when I tested it. Now, the first rank gives you far be using this the most, so I'd recommend upgrading
Armed
it post
combat.
haste. The first rank gives you evasive slash, 40 stamina to slash while jumping backwards. It's good while you're dodging attacks or getting out of trouble. The next rank unlocks charge. You'll have your guard up most of the fight, so just press X and then X. You'll charge at your enemy and knock back small ones. 3 points gives you rush. For 70 stamina, you can turn your forward evade into a powerful
I'm pretty sure
strike
someone
by
will make a
pressing
video
R2.
about I completed Crimson
This
Desert with only used
apparently counters enemies'
using only
attacks, but
wrestling
during
moves. Yeah, that'll
testing, this
definitely
only
happen.
seemed to work on smaller enemies or while you had your shield up as well, which makes that redundant.
Yeah. That the backflip drop shot explosion, that's from BDO 2, right? Because I haven't played Ranger in such a long time, but I'm pretty sure that's I just remember there's like a backflip move. I don't know if it was like a explosive shot though. Ooh, nice takedown.
Now, we come to the main reason why you want so many points in unarmed combat: quick swap. Swapping weapons normally is slow and tedious, but by pressing L1 and L2 together, you switch between your main and your sub-weapon. In my case, it was a sword and shield and a soul spear. Switching to each does a little attack appropriate to the weapon you're switching to, like a pole vault kick when switching
thank you,
to the
Seakin.
spear. Next, we have the.
I was a
slash.
Dark
This
Ranger.
is
Sorry, excuse me, Dark
basically
Knight.
your heavy
Dark
attack.
Knight
You
main.
press R2 to execute.
And my second
You
favorite
also
was
start
Ranger.
with this. 2 ranks gives you improved forward slash, which lets you follow up with more slashes.
One second.
Usually comboing, and yes, it is very useful. And yes, you
Okay, I'm back.
use it often in all forms of combat. 3 ranks gives you forward slash mastery, which claims it will never miss its mark, but I'm unsure what that exactly means. In my testing of the slash, it most definitely misses if you don't aim at a target and your targets can still block and dodge, so I don't know. Shield bash with R1 and R2 lets you shield bash and feels like any other.
Did you play on
shield bash
release?
that you've ever used
Around
before.
release?
Shield bash. knocking back targets.
I played
rather
like
than
half a
doing
year
much
or like
damage.
a year into release.
Turning Slash is next and consumes 10 spirit to launch off a kind of power attack or ultimate strike from other games. It blows enemies away and takes into account your current element. Pressing light and heavy attack together activates it. 2 ranks lets you combo into the Turning Slash, meaning you could press light attack, for example, then turning, and then it will combo into it. I do wish they listed here all possible button combinations, but
I'm really
what do
curious
I
about
know?
the green
3
tree.
ranks into it lets you press Turning Slash again for a follow-up for no additional spirit cost, which of course is quite good. 3 ranks also gives you
sword
Turning
stuff, I'll
Slash
figure it
mastery,
out.
which ignores enemy super armor slash around
Not too
you in an
interested in
AoE,
the sword
which
skills
is
right now.
exactly what I used it for.
Unless someone
Some
really wants to watch it, I'll go back.
tried
But
it. Blinding targets wasn't something I thought about
Blinding.
in combat, since we have so many tools.
Oh, that
available.
we see that.
So that's
Oh, wait,
the
look at
military.
this.
There are a lot of stats
That's
about
interesting.
mid-combat, since we have
look at how like rusty and messed up his brass helmet is. Probably durability? Question mark.
so many tools available on tree. So let's take a look at the green tree, starting with the passive spirit upgrade. You need spirit for your specials and some skills.
Oh, so this is not just like a random icon. This is like an actual skill. It's a passive, and you can power consume. Oh, so this is how much spirit you have, I guess.
It's basically
Or
like mana, except
reduces
it
the
regenerates
amount
when
of
you
spirit.
kill targets noted by the green glow when you kill someone. Next skill is
Me
Nature's
too, Tyrion,
Echo,
I'm
which
curious
I found
about
may be
that.
quite powerful in the late game. It summons a phantom clone to mimic your attacks. You first
What?
need keen sensors
How old is your laptop? Because you could play it on like really low settings and it'll be fine.
and / to rank 3, so it may be a while until you get this one.
Because like if you can't play BDO, I think Crimson Desert will be more demanding.
The first rank upgrades your /
Unfortunately.
with an echo. The next upgrades your spinning slash. Remember how it clears enemies in an AoE? Well, this makes it the go-to option for scrubs.
Wait, echo
The
what?
next rank gives echoing.
Sorry, go back.
This
Echo
next
what?
upgrades your
Echo
spinning
spinning
slash.
slash.
Remember
Oh,
how it
okay.
clears echoing stab, which does exactly what you'd expect. Overall, it seems to double your damage output, at least 50% more.
Okay, so OBS says it disconnected. Am I still live? Okay, reconnection. Okay, cool. Never mind, we're good.
It does a lot, so I definitely recommend picking it up. Nature's Snare is next, and something I never really used.
What's
Press
Nature's
R while in
Snare?
focus mode, and that makes a
This
snare
one?
that blocks projectiles for a 2 spirit a second cost. 2 ranks lets you retaliate against your attackers by pressing R3 during the channel. For 3 ranks, you can press L3 during the channel and make the veil stay where you were channeling without you having to channel it. It doesn't seem to last long though. Overall, I couldn't see much of a use for this since your shield blocks projectiles anyway. But I'm sure there is one, I just didn't get.
Yanra, were you the one who told me that you bought a PS5 recently? I think you left a YouTube comment sometime. Was that you?
A chance to see it. Keen Senses is up next, and 3 ranks of which is required for Nature's Echo. These are skills revolving around defenses. I feel like they should have been in the stamina section up top, but hey, here we are. First rank gives you parry. Pressing L1 just before getting hit will parry the enemy, doing what you'd expect, giving you more frames to follow up with while staggering the enemy. Rank 2 gives you back, which is basically a perfect dodge. Dodge right before getting hit to execute it. This seems to be more reliable than parry against bosses. And finally, for 3 ranks, we have counter. If you attack right before
Counter.
getting hit, you strike first. I couldn't get this to work consistently, but there must be a trick or a very, very narrow window. Next is Evasive roll. For 10 spirit, you can roll away from the action to get some breathing room. This isn't a normal roll though, which you will be using a lot. Specifically, this happens if you activate roll right before getting hit.
So this is
which
the Dark
you'll
Souls
be
roll,
trying to
basically.
do regardless, so a perfect roll. How is this different to dodge? Roll is a longer press on the circle, dodge is a double tap, which it doesn't seem
I love
to
the
say
music.
here. The common theme is that tooltips aren't so reliable. Next is a fairly cool
Okay,
skill,
then I'm thinking of someone
double
else.
jump. It consumes spirit to do so, but
How
lets
to
you jump
tag
a
someone?
second time.
Press
you can follow
at.
up with
You just press
many of the
at
skills
in
we've
chat
already
and then
gone through. Keep in
type
mind,
their name
you
or
can
something.
press R3 while you're in the air to force palm.
There should be like a
further
list
into the
that
air,
comes up when you
which
type
we'll
at.
go
Unless
through
you're on mobile,
soon.
it doesn't work on
Focus
mobile, I
is
think.
next, and can we just take a second to appreciate all the connective lines of this skill tree that are, for all intents and purposes, useless? Like, why are they connected this way? No one knows. Focus lets you slow down time by
Yeah, that does
pressing in
make
both
sense,
this
like,
one.
because I see what he's saying, because if you have to get this first node over here, then you're already connected to this one down here. Unless you have to get both of them, I don't know. But it could just be a design, just
Focus
visuals.
lets you slow down time by pressing in both triggers. It consumes 5 spirit a second. For 2 points, you get focused repulsion. Pressing R1 knocks back everything around you for 10
Oh, that's
spirit.
cool.
A good oh shit get off me set of buttons. For 3 points, you unlock Focused Insight, which lets you see enemy attacks and immediately counter with L1, making you feel a little bit like Batman in the games that were actually.
Now I'm curious, because the red one, the red tree says it's about health. Like, are there actual skills there, or is it just a bunch of stats? I'm really curious.
Good. Here's
Maybe healing
Force
stuff?
Palm, something you learned fairly early on by observing it done as an echo.
You'll figure it out before this guy.
Rank 1 lets you use Force Palm as an attack or a way to push in objects while.
Wait,
you're
what
trying to
will I
solve
figure out
puzzles.
before him? Yeah, there's no list on mobile. It doesn't work. This is Dantics. Sorry, this is Dantics. Pretty enjoyable video so far. I like it.
Like most spirit draining attacks, it takes into account your current element. The first rank also unlocks aerial.
Yanra,
Force
if
Palm,
you
so
the map
if you're in the air
the map
and
comes
press
with the
it, you'll
deluxe
get
edition.
Another jump.
Pretty sure, because pretty sure the deluxe it comes with where is it? Crimson Desert Deluxe Edition PS5. Yeah. No, this is the Ultra. Where's the physical edition? Physical. I'm pretty sure it comes with the map. Where is it? I remember seeing it. But I know it comes with like goodies. Yeah, it's this right here. Just yeah, this is it right here. This is the deluxe edition for PS5. Let me make it bigger. Yeah, this is the deluxe edition for PS5, and it comes with all this stuff. So you get the map with it.
You also unlock a way to heal. Pressing L1 while charging will heal what you heal.
Yeah,
which is
Yanra,
good
but
because later
that's
on
how
you
it
unlock
goes.
2 other
That's how it
companions
goes.
to
They get
play
to
as,
play it early.
but you can also summon them to fight with you at the same time. So this is a way to keep them healthy. Rank 2 gives you up to 2 extra.
So here's my guilty confession, guys. I bought the
Palm Strike.
excuse me, the PC version, and then I saw the PlayStation 5 Deluxe Edition, because in America there's no physical edition for PC, but in Europe there is. And I really wanted the physical stuff, so I just bought the PlayStation 5 one too, and I'm going to give it to my cousin later.
That means you can jump, double jump, then palm strike 3 times for a total of 5 jumps, getting some significant air. Rank 3 gets up to 3 extra palm strikes.
There's so many
with 6
preview
extra
videos with
jumps
different focus
or
areas, and
4
I think this
palm
was a smart
strike
move by
attacks.
PA to let
There
streamers
are a
play and
further
release.
2
Yeah,
ranks
I
of
agree.
palm strike,
Before the
but
critics,
I have
yeah,
no
I agree.
idea what they give you. My assumption is
And I have a feeling the critics are not going to be that kind with Crimson Desert.
damage, but it would be nice if the game listed what they improved. During the story, you'll unlock Nature's Grasp,
is sick,
a way to
Double.
pick up objects and move them. One of the 2 different skills that do the same thing on different buttons, but I mean the game distinguishes which one you should use at the current time.
Oh, I see what he's saying here. Like you have to, it's contextual.
This one uses stamina, unlike the other.
I can see that being kind of annoying though, because like you have to be a certain distance. It can be a little bit clunky maybe.
This one uses stamina, unlike the other. For some reason, even though it is clearly magical, it can be used during boss fights to pick up pillars, then slam the pillar down onto them. We then have
I really am
shot,
a
letting you slow
Crimson
down
Desert fanatic
time
right
while
now.
aiming
If
at
you
the
couldn't
cost
tell
of
from the
spirit.
videos.
Pressing R1 will launch a volley of arrows. Ranked
Like, I'm just ready to get lost in this game, man. I'm just ready. Too much to do. Yeah.
2 lets you roll and shoot while
I mean,
aiming.
IGN
Rank
already
3
said bad
lets
things
you
about the
paint
game.
targets and launch off a volley at all of them. Force Palm lets you follow up your Force Palm strike with a strike. It costs spirit, so yeah, it's another strike on top of the 4 you already have at this point. I don't know why this is a separate node, but it is, and it's actually a decent skill. Focus Palm uses spirit to enter a focus state while charging your Force Palm. It's used to target opponents in a core. It looks
Ooh, that
really
looks
cool,
so
and it's
cool.
used against some bosses. There's a skill that lets you swing, and Light Falling Palm is a follow-up to that. Pressing R3 while swinging will make you slam towards the ground. The damage is based on your current element, it seems. And I don't know why this just wasn't attached to the ability that does make you swing, like a follow-up to that to upgrade it, but what do I know? Force Current requires Axiom Force level 2 and Force Palm level 2, but it makes it so while you're holding
that
a
is
target with
cool. Force Current. Channels Force Bomb energy through Axiom Force to perform a long-range unarmed... That is so cool.
Axiom Force level 2 and Force Palm level 2,
Wow.
but it makes it so while you're holding a target with
That is so
Force,
cool.
you can send a pulse through it. I noticed it does...
Well, it wasn't the preview, Barbaros. It was like an article. Or was it a video? I think it was an article, and it was like Crimson Desert trying to do so much that it does nothing well, basically.
I stagger to targets or builds up the boss stagger meter quite high.
The video preview was fair, I think, but the article was like, why are you saying this, I think.
Yeah, bosses have stagger meters, and once it happens, they get stunned. So, that is the green tree.
Too much game,
Next
7 out
is
of 10.
the red, which is the smallest tree by far, starting with the health passive upgrade. Like mentioned, your health starts very low, so upgrading this can be helpful. The first skill is Mystical Storage. Pressing triangle while holding an object with Axiom Force, which we'll get to soon, is just
Oh,
another
that
way
is
to
so
hold
cool.
things. Pressing upgrade health.
Okay. Oh, wait,
is
we
the
started the red skill
it
tree. I just
happens when
realized.
it's
Sorry.
done. So, that is the green tree. Next is the red, which is the smallest
Okay,
tree
red
by
tree,
far,
let's go.
starting with the health passive upgrade.
Okay, Ender,
Like
yeah,
mentioned, your
that
health
makes sense.
starts very low, so upgrading this can be helpful. The first skill is Mystical Storage. Pressing
Mystical
triangle while
storage.
holding an object with Axiom Force, which we'll get to soon, is just another way to hold things. Will seal an object in...
So, does the red skill tree have to do with, like, the thing on your left hand? Also, hold on. It's kind of hard to
Force
see,
control.
but, like, his hand is, like, disappearing. I just noticed. I don't know. Oh, it just has the... Never mind. It just has an effect over it.
Too soon is just another way to hold things. Will seal an object inside of an iron pot.
Same,
I have no
Yanra,
idea
same.
why it wasn't brought up.
Like, I love Starfield, and you know everyone complaining about Starfield, and like going from Starfield. Basically, what I'm trying to say, going from Starfield to Crimson Desert, just gonna make it even more amazing.
In our play session at all, so your guess is...
I don't
as
care
good
if
as
people
mine.
hating on Starfield. You
Next
can hate on
is
it. That's
Fist
fine,
of
but I
Flame.
love it.
Using 10 Spirit, you imbue your fists with fire and charge forward. It says it can be cast while casting.
I
other
didn't play
skills,
Red Dead
but it doesn't
2,
seem to
so
work
I
while
don't
charging
know.
Force
But
Palm without
yeah, it's a
cancelling
very
it, so I
like
don't
just
know
looking at Red Dead
exactly
looks
what
really
it
cool.
means.
Wait, sorry,
but it
Fist
is
of Flame.
Palm without while casting other skills. Fist with
this?
fire.
Oh,
and
okay.
charge
This is the
forward.
one we
It
saw the
says it
skill
can be
before.
cast
Oh, that
while
looks so
casting other
cool.
skills, but it doesn't seem to work while charging Force Palm without canceling
It consumes 10 spirit, imbue your fist with fire, and charge forward. Can be used while casting other
it.
skills.
So I don't know exactly what it means, but it is a powerful attack. Next is Veil of
Ooh,
Fog.
Veil
Consuming
of
10
Fog,
spirit,
you'd be
you
like
make
ninja,
a large
man.
area around you foggy, stopping enemies from seeing you and letting
It's like some
you stealth
anime
assassinate
stuff right
them.
here.
Obviously, it doesn't work against bosses, but I tried it and it's still a bit of fun. Now, why are these skills all in the health tree? I feel like they should be in the spirit tree. Anyway, we finally get to imbue elements. You both need Fist of Flame and Mantle of Frost to...
I will say that Starfield is probably the least I've put into a Bethesda game, but that's because I messed up on modding it, and then I kind of just got bored, like moved on. But I will play it when
get
they
this,
finally
but it
release
lets
like the
you
next
switch your
update.
current element with the others.
Unless
Ta-da,
Crimson
this is
Desert
the one I've been
consumes me.
talking about. The first rank also imbues your heavy with your current element by pressing
We'll see.
L2
We'll see
and
what happens with
R2
Elder Scrolls
during
6.
it. Rank 2 imbues your charged shot with an element. This one actually
That's
costs
the
in
explosive
spirit.
shot, or the
Also,
what he
this
was
is
thinking about
auto-applied
earlier.
to the charge shot. You don't need to press anything.
So it seems like the red tree is more like elemental stuff.
The third rank is the Force Palm, imbuing it with the element. And finally, fourth rank imbues Meteor Kick with the power of an element. The tooltip says lightning, but it seems to be any element you have equipped. Mantle of Frost is next, which you need to unlock imbue elements. For 10 spirit, it freezes the surroundings to create a
Ooh, that's
protective
cool.
barrier on yourself. It does block a hit and stagger enemies, kind of like a delayed parry. Surge of Sparks is next. And
That's
even though
cool.
It's linked to imbue elements the same way as Mantle of Frost. It's not needed.
What's the
at all
purple
to
one? That's what I
unlock
want to
the
know.
ability. Consume 10 spirit to run electricity into the ground to create a shocking area for enemies. It's an AoE
so
shock
cool.
attack, and it was quite useful, but it was dangerous against bosses, so use it at your discretion because it locks you in place. Of course,
I mean, this is
so it
more like
doesn't
crowd
just
control
straight
effects,
up
it
stun
seems.
Bosses, it builds up their stagger meter. During the story, you'll unlock Axum Force. It sends out a magical hand to help you move and manipulate objects.
So this is tied to a skill tree. It's not just like a random
Mostly for
tool that
solving
you have.
puzzles, and yes, we have an ability that does that already called Nature's Grasp. Why the devs chose to have two different skills that essentially do the same thing is beyond me, as sending out this hand to lift other things, like the door shown with Nature.
Well, wouldn't it make sense? Because like some of them are like maybe the Nature's Grasp is stronger. Like it's more for picking up heavier objects, whereas the Axiom one is for lighter objects.
Nature's Grasp would be just fine.
No, it's just one stronger than the other. It's that simple. It seems. I don't know.
Making Nature's Grasp not really needed at all. At rank 2, you can use the skill like a grapple. You can lock onto an area, then leap up. Rank 3 turns it into a swing, which lets you then follow up with the ground slams we've seen previously over in another tree. For some reason, it really should have just been here. Flight is granted to you via the story, and it lets you glide, not fly, through the air.
So wait, that's in the
It
skill
lets
tree
you
too.
glide, not fly.
Allows you to
through
glide
the
through
air.
the air. What's the? I wonder what the sub node is. And what does the upgrade do? Maybe faster.
Your stamina will actually
Oh no, the sub node will be the dash, the air
deplete
dash.
if you move while gliding, though that isn't listed here. If you stay still though while in this move,
Oh, I want to see
while
this. Oh my gosh, this is huge.
gliding,
They never showed any footage like behind the Crimson Desert, so I'm really curious about that.
though that isn't listed here. If you stay still though while in this mode, you'll slowly drop to the ground without consuming stamina. Upgrading to rank 2 gives swift flight, which makes you dive and travel faster, consuming stamina as well, which is weird because if you dive, you really should be recovering your stamina. Anyway, gliding is one of the reasons you want to improve your stamina, because at lower mounts, you can't really glide for long, and gliding is pretty useful. Now, I'm not sure why this skill needed its own node, but getting aerial roll lets you roll slightly for a stamina amount. I honestly can't see the reason to ever use this, but maybe there is some bosses that require aerial dodging. Last on the red tree is Winch. It requires 3 grappling and 3 Axum Force.
Oh.
The requirement is why it's a different color, I think.
That is
Pressing
so cool.
L3
Okay, so this is what I thought earlier. Let's see if I can get a shot of the whole skill tree. 1 second. I just want to see a shot of the whole skill tree. Here. Okay, so this was my theory that
Let's
he doesn't really show it that well. So this you can't see it that much. But on the bottom right there's a purple skill, and then on the bottom left there's a teal skill, and then you remember there's like there's a yellow skill. So it's like combining this is like in between these two skill trees. So this teal stuff is like green skills related with blue skills. And then the red one is like related to the blue skills, and then the yellow one was related to the 2 skills down here.
Kind of
That's
new
pretty
effect
cool.
or ability.
That's I
The
love stuff like
element,
that.
And finally, 4th rank imbues Meteor Kick with the power of an
Where were
element.
we?
The tooltip says lightning, but it's
Somewhere around here.
here. If you stay still though while in this, your skill needed its own node, but getting aerial roll lets you roll in a scorpion
Okay,
and
right
pulls
here.
it to
I haven't looked at chat in a bit. What did I miss? And we don't know the lady skill tree yet. Maybe with special weapons, Tyrannid. Oh, I missed a lot. Hold on. Honestly, would have loved more great magic, but it's not like it's necessary to love the game like The Witcher 3. Yes, I agree. I'm still coping that there's a 4th hidden character that they haven't talked about. That's a magic user. We'll see. Behind the cooldown is Varnus or something. Varnus. Yeah. Probably, yeah. True, I'll aim for the unarmed elemental bird build first. I like
you
that.
for a slam. You can then proceed.
There's going to be
to
some really
finish them
interesting
off
builds
with
coming
a
out of
basic
this.
attack. So finally, in the middle of all those trees is Falling Palm. You press R3 while falling at full speed.
So this combines all of the skill trees somehow. So flying plus, yeah, and then makes sense. Unarmed combat plus the focus skill.
Apparently more
That's cool.
damage. I've seen this used.
Oh, it leaves like a little leaf. That's cool. Look at that. It leaves like a little. Or is that
used on
was that there
add-ons,
before?
so a
Yeah,
higher
it leaves a
stamina amount
leaf.
means apparently
Falling
more damage.
palm.
I've
That's
seen
cute.
this used on enemies and bosses alike. It's not something you'll use very often, but it seems very powerful. So those are all the skills Kliff has access to in Crimson Desert. As you can see, the skill tree is kind of a mess of form and function. There's no reason why some skills are in particular sections, and the connective tissue to all of those skills makes no sense visually and mechanically, and all the skills lack some kind of.
I just want to
very
say we have
important
32
tooltip
viewers and
that
31
actually
likes.
gives you
Thank you
reasons
everyone
to
for liking the
use or
video.
invest into them. Without some serious polish, and that's all it really needs because the skills themselves feel fun to use, this particular version of the game skill tree is quite disappointing. The skills are mostly fun themselves, and Kliff certainly has a lot of good tools at his disposal to make the combat and traversal quite interesting. I just hope by the time you get your hands on the game, the problems I've highlighted, sarcastically or otherwise, are all fixed. Anyway, I hope that gave you a good idea.
I mean, there's only like what 2 weeks. I don't think that's much they're going to be able to do. But I mean, overall, I'm very pleased with the skill tree. Oh, actually, here's a better shot of it. Where is it? What is going on? What's going on?
None of us were able to record footage from. So let's start in the.
Why doesn't he show the whole tree? Oh, there it is. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about. So this yellow node right here is related to the health tree. This purple node is related to the blue tree, and these teal nodes right here are related to the blue tree also. So it's like kind of mixing like in betweens of the different skill trees. I bet Jan becomes playable later in the game. He's a dual dagger user, and he existed as a playable character back in the original 2020 reveal trailer. I'd be surprised if they cut him out of the game. Possibly. We'll see. Yeah, we definitely need like a rogue class and a magic class. That like we need that. Like DLC, please. What's next? What I have time for like one more video. What do you guys want to watch? I remember there was some what was your name again? Siekenso, you mentioned there was like one other person. When can we play Damien? I know, right, man? I know. Oh yeah. You sent me some stuff. Thank you for reminding me. The map. Oh gosh. Okay. Hold on. So I'm gonna let's do this. Copy link. I'm gonna put it here. Okay. So Yanra sent me a couple things. So the first thing he sent me was all of this stuff. There's 500. Okay, so I think territories are like those little markers that we saw. Okay, actually, he also gave me a map. 1 second. Oops. So my guess is that it doesn't show it here. Varnia, Traders Expanse. Delecia, Steel Mountains. And this guy literally just got in and then opened the map. That's like literally the first thing this person did. Silver Wolf Mountain. Urdava, Tashkalp. Four Bearers Barons. Sun-Baked Peaks. Traders Expanse. Varnia. Man, this looks so fun. And look, there's this little island. How do I go back on? Where is it? There's this little island over here. Man, this is crazy. I can't wait. All these rivers. I like how they don't reveal the rivers that much. This is cool. Okay, and back to this. So I think the territories. Hold on, let me show you what I think it means by territories. So this one. So this is the territories right here. Like all of these like sections, all of these icons, that's one territory. That's what I think. I haven't looked at chat. Where's chat? Chat. There it is. Oh, no one said anything. Okay. For what else? We have people. 467 people to get to know. 110 factions. I wonder what they define as factions. I'm interested about that. I guess it's maybe like each of these different flags. So like this is one faction, this is one faction. House Celeste is a faction. I know there's estates. I didn't mention this in my details video, but there are estates. So for example, the Circus estate, I mean. So for example, this one, check this out. I did not mention this in the details video, but if you look at the minimap, it says Circus Estate. So that's one faction, I think.
Elemental enhancement.
And there's another one called, there's another estate called Byron Estate and another one called Wells Estate. And then we got this one. Yeah, that's what I think so too. OMG OST, I think so too. And then we got territories, creatures, that's probably like hunting stuff, bosses, obviously. Mounts, adventure, what's it? Is that, I'm guessing that's quests, maybe? I don't know. 430 quests. And then gatherables, 150 gatherables, that's insane. I'm pretty sure this is like, how many gatherables are there in BDO? Because there's a ton there. Probably not as much as BDO. Collectibles 94. I wonder what that is. And then finally, crafting manuals. That's 355 crafting recipes. I mean, how much of that is food and armor? Oh man, I'm ready, guys. I'm ready. I am ready. I want this. I want to fill this up. I'm gonna fill this all. I'm gonna 100% this. I assume territories are every place with a unique name, probably. Like I mentioned, right here. Like this is like this one is this is one territory. This is one territory. This is one. Oh, here's Calfade right here. I think this icon is Calfade, and this is like a faction within Calfade. It's just my guess. Yeah, here. So we see like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. A bunch of like at least 20 territories, 25 territories on screen right now. I wonder if caves will be considered. Because you see there's like cave icons here. I wonder if those will be considered as territories. But there's no faction on them, so I don't know. We'll see. scroll bar? What do you mean scroll bar? There is one thing under it, but I forgot what it was. Oh man, I'll be playing this game for months. Also send you the geopolitical map. Oh, I'll take that for sure. Oh, you sent it? Oh my. There's a lot to look at this. Do you think it's worth getting the game in the pre-order? I did it just for the pre-order bonuses, but if you want to like wait and see, it's up to you. Like there's on the compendium. Oh, I see what you mean now. Where was it? And I'll just do this. Oh my gosh, this is a whole nother section. You're right. Oh my goodness. There is a scroll bar. Oh, there's like a whole nother, like maybe 5 more categories. Oh, this is crazy. This is crazy. Okay, so then you also sent me geography maps. Let's do that. So we got Hernand and Demonis. Is this the territories that they were talking about? Or this is the factions. Okay, I see factions. So this is the area that each faction controls. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Wow. I see that no one owns this island in the bottom right. Oh, this is the tower. I think this right here, this green one, is the coastal castle that I mentioned in the video, the first one. I'm guessing this purple one is Demonis. Sorry, Delicia, like specifically, or maybe it's here? I don't know. Gorthok, Dewhaven, Mount Benis. There's going to be jokes about that name. Oh, only one more. What do you know what the category is? Isn't the pre-order just a shield? I might be wrong. This PS5. It's shield, armor. Let me see. Crimson Desert pre-order bonus. It's on Steam. She'll just do it on Steam. I need water. So it comes with armor set, a shield, and horse tack set. So this stuff right here. It comes with these 4 things, excuse me. Armor and shield, I think, and then this shield and this horse armor. Pretty cool. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, the pre-order only comes... I see now. The pre-order is just the shield, but everything else, the deluxe pack comes with it. Unless you buy physical edition where you get more stuff for PS5 and Xbox in America. If you're in Europe, there's also physical edition for PC. And we were looking at this, and then there's one more. There's one more that we need to look at. This one, the Crimson Desert. It makes sense that there's not that many factions, or there's not that many areas being controlled in the Crimson Desert. Oh, what? Wait, why isn't it showing up? Sorry. Why isn't it switching? Let me fix this. Yeah, no, I see you guys. I see you. Let me re-add it. I mean, it should be streaming the whole window. It's still not working. What? I don't even have that window open anymore. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna do this. Okay. But you guys, every time I look at chat, you guys are gonna get some weird thing. So I don't like this. But yeah, this is what I see, and then I also looked at this and this and this, and then here's the pre-order bonus that I was talking about. Yeah. Let me hold on. Let me fix this. This is not right. I don't know why it's doing this. Window capture. Select window. Firefox. This doesn't exist anymore. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna close out the whole window and do it again. Oh, because I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Ah, I was on the wrong browser. Sorry. Sorry. I was on the wrong browser. I was using Opera browser instead of Firefox browser. Ah, I'm so dumb. There we go. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Okay. This is what I was looking at. Steam Crimson Desert. Sorry. Bruh. How old am I? I'm gonna be 1900. Okay. Yeah, this is the pre-order bonus somewhere. Here. This is the pre-order bonus. I use Opera GX. Opera GX, bro. Opera GX. Don't give me that flower. I'm gonna delete that comment. I'm just kidding. Opera GX is nice. I like Opera GX. Anyway, we got 20 minutes. What do you guys want to do? 20 minutes. Yeah, I am annoyed that the PS5. I hate PlayStation. I love Sony, and hate Sony at the same time, because they just love exclusivity stuff, and I don't like that. But man, this armor looks so sick. I'm just gonna wait for mods. And I just get this stuff. I don't think we've seen skill trees for Damien. What do we have here? I'll just search. Joraptor. I don't want to just see someone react, like sharing their experience. I want to see like actual content. Does anyone have any suggestions? "25 minutes of pure mayhem open world gameplay." I'm interested in that one, unless someone has something else.
Welcome back to another Crimson Desert video, and today we've got a 20.
So we're just gonna watch him. Bro, what's he doing? Oh, let's go. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Let's actually watch this.
Strong abilities you're going to see in this video, and especially so I'm mainly focusing on the longsword playstyle.
Check the Luality preview. It was surprisingly okay. I'll check that out. But I did promise Siekenso to. Okay. We'll check out both of them. I'll do, because Siekenso's been asking a lot. So T with Mandy. I think you misspelled it. Crimson Desert. This one? Okay, we'll watch like 10 minutes of this one and then 10 minutes of Luality, because I want to see both. I'll watch all of them off stream.
Tea with Mandy.
Hello.
And I'm here to talk about Crimson Desert.
We know.
Guys.
Just
I
kidding.
was able to play it early, just last week, and I got to play it for hours. And
I'm
I
jealous.
To share that footage with you guys today, and I have so many thoughts, and I'm so excited to share it with you. But suffice it to say, the game is good. Okay.
I hope
This
so.
is just my opinion. I'm sure plenty of people will have other thoughts, but genuinely, I had such a good time playing the game, and I didn't want to stop playing.
Skip.
And you'll see it for yourself, but there were so many fun moments.
But she's nice. She's a nice person. Why would I skip?
The
I skipped anyway.
ambience, though. And The Witcher, like, it just, I feel so much Witcher from this.
Is there like a specific spot you want to watch, Siekenso?
The tone. Oh, I love
Oh,
this so
that
much.
is beautiful, actually. That is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Oh, I just want to explore this world, man. Forget the combat. Forget the quests. I just want to walk through this world. This is like my dream
Isn't it
graphics.
immersive? You can do first person, by the way. I'm not sure if you guys know this already.
Okay, I'm gonna skip this. I don't want to see it. I want to experience
They
it.
only teach you the
Okay, let's skip a
controls
little
are
bit.
definitely a complaint myself.
I don't want the
Um,
beginning to be too
you
spoiled.
You can pet the dog. And
Yes,
then
we know.
You can pet the dog. You can pick up critters.
Oh.
I'm so sorry you have to witness this, but also
Yes.
it's part
Yes.
of the fun of the game, okay?
Yes. Yes. Do it.
I like when games give you the
No,
freedom to
do
do
it.
whatever you want, even if that includes
Please.
throwing bunny rabbits off the ledge.
Yes. Gosh, she's so evil. The wind is so good. Yes, it is. The crime stuff. Oh yeah, you said she talks about the crime stuff. Yeah, I want to see that. That is, oh, man, I love this video already. No wonder she's so popular. I'll subscribe. What happened? He just falls off the roof. Oh no! That's okay. If this is his wife, like, why she should be worried for him. Why is she nagging him for falling off a roof?
Get back up there and clean it.
Oh, this is cool.
And get up.
So
Oh
this
my
is a side
gosh, I feel
quest.
bad for him.
The side quest is to sweep a chimney. So I really like it. Has a varied tone in the game. So there's some more serious parts, and then there's like a lot of silly, lighthearted stuff like this too. So I feel like it's a good balance. This, so I accidentally fell, as you can see, and I was worried that I get locked out of what I was doing, but you can climb. Like, I don't know if it's
I like
every
her take
single
on this.
surface,
It's like
but
really chill.
almost every surface I tried to climb, I could. So I thought that was awesome. So this is the first example of puzzles. I found the puzzles quite challenging. So did a lot of people I talked to. But for a lot of people, that's also a good thing. So I'm not sure how that will fare for most people. I spent quite a while on them. I needed help on quite a few of them. As you can see, this
Oh, I
one,
see what you mean.
you have to
So
take your time and look around the environment, and yeah, maybe I'm just not great at puzzles. I'm not sure. I do enjoy them, but yeah, I'd be curious to see what people think. I think they're very creative puzzles generally, the ones I encountered.
I think you should
But sometimes a little too tough. Love the environments. Beautiful.
how long is Luality's video?
So this is the map. It's huge.
Because if it's like 20 minutes, I don't mind watching it.
It's a pretty beefy map. I was a little
Okay,
hard
we
to
know
look
the map.
around because I had a nice environment.
The view from the bridge is absolutely breathtaking.
When they
It
draw your
is.
attention to how pretty the environments are.
Is this the bridge near Herndand?
We deserve a little serenity every now
I love how she's
Once
just taking
again,
her
also
time with the
not.
game, like she's just experiencing it.
A horse would make traveling a lot easier.
This
8:45?
city was awesome.
Okay, I'll check out some other stuff. We're almost there. Might
I
as well
think you
just.
guys will like
We're
this
like 10
one.
seconds away or 30 seconds away. Might as well just watch it. Okay, we can skip. It's just I'll skip. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Goats. Butterfly.
Like Skyrim, you can catch and pick up so many different things.
But the difference between Skyrim and this is that in Skyrim you just pluck the wings, whereas this one you get the whole butterfly.
You can pick up like animals, bugs, flowers, etc. And I have no idea what you'll do with them. But you can pick
No
them up.
yellow paint,
Here's a bit of the
Devil. No
menu.
yellow paint.
The skill tree, I didn't fully open there.
Oh, she's attacking the guards.
I have a habit of pushing the limits and seeing what happens when you piss off enemies. As you can see.
Oh, I like how the guard. Wait, let me see that again. He's like getting close, and then the guard pushes him. That is so cool. And the guard's like eyeing him.
And again.
That's so funny.
He did not like that. He did not like that.
What did she do?
Again.
Oh, walk too close to him.
He did not like that. He did not like
The
that.
NPCs are so alive.
So this part, just showing how awkward the controls are sometimes. So L1 is the same button to bring out your torch. I could not figure out how to unequip the torch, and then I kept bringing out the torch instead of like interacting with the enemy. I don't know. It was awkward. Maybe it was a me thing. I'm not sure.
No, I'm not in full screen. I keep forgetting to go to full screen. I usually don't watch videos in full screen unless I'm like really into
this
it.
is more of the skill tree. I didn't go deep dive it, but it's just one of the abilities that you can use, mystical storage. I did not mess around, but I did in that amount of time.
Wow.
You can fight with a broom.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool. So I know we can fight with a pitchfork.
So here's more of the combat.
Whoa,
The enemies have some
that guy's
really
on
cool
fire.
moves. And then so do we. The combat was so satisfying, you guys. I really enjoyed it. And I'm not as much of a combat person. I had a great time. It was really fun. So this is what happens when you want to...
1528, okay.
Liberating a region. You want to take a camp. There was a bunch of enemies. I died the first time.
Yeah, what's this? I'm gonna skip my way to 1528.
Again, favorite move. Also, I don't know if you guys know...
What is this?
Important in an open world
Oh,
game.
that's beautiful. I think this is the shot where... No, never mind, it's not. I was thinking of something from the overview, but I'm wrong.
Again, you can feel that life as you walk through. People are up to things. Just a little look indoors. I didn't really go in a ton of buildings.
Oh, this is
but
beautiful.
Some of you might be interested in that. We can take a look around. This was an easier puzzle, just a little puzzle to unlock.
Oh, that's cute.
some
I like this
loot.
puzzle.
I liked it. It was cool.
That is so cool. Even little things like this, even if it's like a little puzzle, I like it. You can close the
I
windows.
just like little details like this.
Wow.
Do whatever you want. Climb out of windows. Oh, this was cool. This was like a little nod to Kiki's delivery service. Gigi the cat. Isn't that cute? I really like how they
Aw.
did that.
Something wrong?
Here, you'll see.
We're running late, but he just won't come down.
Gigi.
Okay, skip ahead a bit. What's this? This looks cool.
So there's like this
Oh, okay,
sci-fi
that's the
element
entering.
to the game.
Alliston!
It's kind of overwhelming to just jump
It's
in.
exactly the same. He looks so much better.
And reality itself
He looks older.
will unravel. You must restore the
Okay, Star Wars
before
reference.
it's too late.
Okay, I see it.
Okay,
Another example of a puzzle,
what's this?
but satisfying when you complete them, for sure.
That's cool.
Yeah, right? So I go and do it,
What was it,
and nothing happens.
1528?
Apparently, what you have to do is climb it, and then you can force push.
I don't think that's, I don't,
while
oh
you're
yeah,
climbing.
okay,
Nobody's
I'll
gonna
go
know
back
that
for
you can
you,
force push while you
so
climb.
I don't know if that's a
hopefully they
shy,
iron out
but
those kind of
maybe.
He just won't come.
service.
Lulupi.
Gigi the cat. Isn't that cute?
Doesn't-
I really like how they did that.
Could just be a child, but
Here, you'll see.
We're running late,
It looks like a child though,
GG.
because I think
Here,
okay,
let's see.
because you see the sun symbol, so maybe she's part of like that religion. Maybe it's like a religion. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up now. Anyway,
No, we didn't.
let's see this. Oh, this is the scene. Oh, she doesn't show much of it.
You guys have all seen the trailers.
I like how she just has a pickaxe. Look at this. She just has a pickaxe for some reason. Like, why does she have a pickaxe?
The trailers. Okay, Breath of the
Wow.
Wild. I'm here for it.
She did all of this. All of this. Well, I guess maybe some of it skipped ahead because there's like abyssal stuff, but she did so much before she got to this. Oh, they changed this a little bit. Cool.
Is yours to explore.
You get a little glimpse of what it looks like from above. And when you can fly. I didn't fly a ton because I have no stamina, as you can see. But the view is pretty damn nice.
15, well, I'm at 1528. Okay,
Insane.
let's see this. Oh!
But then...
Okay.
Tell me that's not Witcher coding. Yeah, that didn't look like a human to me.
That is a human, right?
These awesome games together.
Isn't that a human? He just has deer skin on him. That's a human.
Yeah, that didn't look like a human to me.
Just deer skin. $43 viewers. I know, it's crazy.
Stand clearly.
Where's the crime
what
stuff?
We got there?
Ciensico. Ciensico. But there are deer people, the abbots.
But I do like how many puzzles are in the game. I'm a fan of that. Very pretty views.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch this video again.
And that's what it's like if you just run and jump off a cliff. Oh, I love that. I love that. Yeah, you'll need a lot more stamina if you want to fly at all.
We have a total of 800 views, so that's pretty crazy for a first stream.
I didn't see a lot of weather effects, but there are different weather effects. There is different times of day, and it looks really good when it's raining. So
she still has the pickaxe.
I committed a crime here.
Oh, here's the crime stuff.
I didn't know.
Oh, this is like a Link in the pot shop, in the pot room.
And it looks really good when it's raining. So I committed a crime here.
I like how it's vandalism. Like she's just destroying people's livelihood casually, destroying someone's livelihood.
So I'm glad the game has this crime and bounty system. You must quickly leave the area and hide if you're reported. And so I guess they caught me, but the response was a little bit awkward, I'll be honest. Like they say mean things to me, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because vandalism isn't a very bad crime. I'm not sure, but all I had to do was escape out of that red area. So I'm hoping it's not like Cyberpunk style where all I had to do was escape out of that red area. So I'm hoping it's not like Cyberpunk style where, you know, the police system, if you will, is underwhelming. We'll see. That was, but you never know. It might change. My favorite move. The Sparta kick.
I've long wished to test my
Again, this
skills
is really
against
early
the
game
Grey
boss
Man.
fight. I think this is the first boss fight other than the tutorial, so.
You're here standing before me? What reason have you to refuse my challenge?
None I can think of.
Okay,
We are here to talk about Crimson Desert. I got invited for an event. I did not get paid to go to this place. They just invited, hey, you want to come play the game? I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So what is Crimson Desert? Well, the more that I played the game, the more I was like confused, and I felt like I needed to play it more to be able to tell you this. So overall, I like the game, but you need to make sure that your expectations from this game are aligned with what the game wants to provide you. If you're looking for an intense storytelling, something like, I don't know, Witcher, Expedition 33, I'm not sure if you're gonna get that from this game. But if you're into exploring worlds and finding out a bunch of cool stuff and
I'm muted.
Maybe
Sorry.
building a settlement, setting a village on fire.
I was gonna say sorry. I was gonna say what was the last thing you heard me say? Because I think it's been a little while since I muted my mic. I was gonna ask what was Luality gonna show, so I know what to look for, and then I was just making comments on the other video.
On top of a dragon and stuff like that. Maybe this game is for you, because there's a lot of like exploring, and the world seems very rich with lots of things you can do. Maybe a little bit of GTA, Breath of the Wild, and Where Winds Meet. It's more rooted
Can you hear
in
me?
like realistic and medieval system, while having a lot of magic and fantastical things. What are my first impressions of Crimson Desert? It was fun, it was intriguing, it was
Hello, chat.
interesting, but at the same time it was like very different. There were things that I had like
Talks about
trouble with.
that stuff happen
for
outside
example,
the 4 hours of
controls,
recordable
they
content.
were a
Okay.
little bit overwhelming, but it could also
That
be
crime
given
stuff
the
has me
environment it was.
intrigued. Yes, it does.
But at
Me
the
too.
same time, I also found myself being very curious
Cool. Thank you guys.
about what I could find in that world and where things could lead.
Alright, I'm gonna
found
give this like
myself
12 more
wanting
minutes
to
and then I
play the
gotta go.
game more the next day after I played it for the first time, and I don't really know any game that's exactly like this. It's kind of like a single player RPG made by a company that's known for making an MMO. Part of me is really happy that a company like that is trying to try and make games that are my bread and butter. I'm intrigued. So far, I would say I have a positive first impression of it, and it was a good time. If this game is for you or not, only you can tell. I couldn't interact like as closely with the main story of the game, but the dialogue was okay. Sometimes there was
So she's not a fan of the dialogue?
Explanation of dialogue, but the overall setting was fine. You start like trying to be either a good guy, but you can also be a bad person. Ultimately, it's up to you. There is some cool stuff, like for example, the way that you learn. Things
Are you
that
saying
can
so?
do.
Colossal
You might
sword
come
from
across
form and technique. First of all, thank
something
you for
in the
joining the
world that
stream. Second,
requires you to
she's
dig.
afraid to be honest if
But
she
it could
didn't
be
just say it.
that, you don't know how
Too
to
many
dig yet.
YouTubers are afraid
But
to be
then
honest. You
if
mean
you
like
go
she's not
to a place like a
like if she
farm
doesn't?
and you
You're
see
saying
somebody,
she's
like,
too
using a
afraid to
shovel,
hate on
you
the
can
game too
observe
much.
how they do that, and then you learn how to use a shovel from them, and then you can go back
Thank
to
you, Dab
where
Will.
you thought it would be interesting to dig, and then you can do that. So basically, you
I
learn
can't wait for my
everything that
videos
you can do in
too.
the game by observing NPCs and other people doing them. That goes for punches, digging,
Very
raising
random.
walls, lifting stuff.
Jump to
and
924?
A bunch of
Sure.
any systems. You can interact with basically
Okay, we're on
every animal.
340
you can
right now.
grab them. In fact, interacting in this
924.
game is dog and the cats. They can follow you around and collect stuff, but I'm not sure for people. But also, later in the game, I got to ride a dragon. While I couldn't go with the dragon in town,
Oh, okay.
like kind of like mounts, there's also like a mech that you can use, and you can like shoot people with the mech. You are not allowed to take those in town, but you can still go like to farms and stuff. So of course I took a dragon, I flew above a farm, I set
Is she allowed
fire
to talk
to
about
the
this?
fields,
Oh.
I set fire to the house, and I was like so happy. And the game warned me that I was wanted, and I was not afraid of that. I thought it was kind of cool. I accidentally pressed the wrong button. I jumped off my dragon and I fell to my death. That was fun. That was a really good time. I would describe the combat of this game kind of like a mix of maybe Nier Automata and Monster Hunter.
Oh, I see.
I don't know.
That makes sense.
It felt like the parry window was very forgiving. I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't really try.
Anything else interesting? I mean, I'm gonna keep watching the video, but just anything else somebody wants to point out?
In this particular playthrough, I was too busy with my dragon setting fire on random farms to actually worry about the boss fight. But attacking and parrying felt good, but at the same time, I felt like jumping.
Ooh, I love this
was a little
lighting.
bit weird, at least with the first character. I also felt like my movement speed was very slow. I kind of like wish my character moved faster. And I feel like the speed thing is a problem that I had multiple times in the game. I also felt like certain things were faster. You can go up and down elevators, and while the view is stunning and basically everything you see,
I can see you being annoyed replaying this.
It felt like I was going up an elevator for like 5 minutes. I just kind of wish that those little things, little moments were a little bit faster. I felt like my horse wasn't going fast enough, but that's mostly it. The controls, I feel like they were the most rough part of the game. It was a mix between probably me being a very loud environment, so it's harder to concentrate, but they didn't feel like where you would press.
Yeah, I can imagine,
like
as you say, on
GOST. It felt like I could do too much to be using a controller.
You can change it.
I would assume that
with some buffs
playing
or
with mouse and keyboard is probably
skill tree or something.
Might feel a little bit better, but with the controller, whenever you have like a grappling hook that you can use it like to turn a bunch of things in the game.
So I'm just gonna check out. I'm just trying to understand her perspective a bit more. I just want to see what kind of videos she makes. Why is this taking so long? Why is it not loading? YouTube loads up fine, but her channel doesn't show up for some reason. Okay, there we go. What kind of does she make? What kind of stuff? Dispatch. Yeah, she's like a lot of story games, but then she plays Doom. She doesn't make that many videos, or at least not that often. Fable. Avowed. Like a lot of review stuff. How many subs? Oh, nice. She's pretty popular.
Like buttons for you to press.
It's the first time I've seen her, so I don't know anything about her.
By just pressing L2. So if you hold L2, your character automatically goes into a bow, and if you let go, it automatically shoots. I feel like it's cool that I don't need 2 buttons to shoot a weapon, but at the same time, I feel like I accidentally almost shot dogs that
I can see that, Barbaros.
Pet because I was just pressing the wrong things because I wanted to do something else. This game definitely feels like there is a learning curve, but this, I don't think it's going to be a problem
I see that.
after you get the hang.
Yeah, she seemed bored. Kind of, yeah. I can kind of tell that she wasn't too enthusiastic about the game.
Also, this is
but she does have good insights though.
You have like
I like
more
her breakdown
time to digest when it comes like to the controls, but it kind of feels a little bit kind of like in fighting games how you can have like combos. So to use different magics, you press like R1 and L2, or you can use different combos with
I like this graphic motion on the
L2,
on the button.
You can use different combos with
on the button prompt,
pressing multiple buttons in
this is where we die.
Or if you press jump 3 times and something else, something will happen. So as you grow through the game and you unlock skills and abilities and magic and so on, you will be pressing a bunch of button combinations. I'll be straightforward with you guys. At least a lot of the story that I played, I did not find it engaging. It just felt to me more like the story was an excuse to explain how I would get skills stronger and be able to do more things in the world. I kind of treated the story kind of like as a tool rather than something that I was
they're so magical in this game.
It could be that it changes. I don't know. Just the very beginning for me didn't really feel very appealing.
So it's not her type of story.
I feel like maybe the facial expressions, they felt a little
Yeah,
bit
it's a different kind of game.
like numb.
It makes sense that
I guess
she wouldn't find the story too
like if everyone had a
enjoyable.
lot of Botox. but that's about it. I also was like quite distracted.
For me personally, I'm very easy to please story-wise, so like I enjoyed like Starfield well enough to keep playing the game, for example.
The world
I love good story, but I'm not
while I was just
turned off
this
by
main storyline that I had to cross a bridge.
Decent dialogue.
I decided to just try to jump off the bridge with my horse. It didn't work, so I left the horse. I jump off the bridge and see what was down there and what would happen. So I started collecting a bunch of random animals. So you can collect most animals and you can either release them or I guess make food from them. And maybe you can even sell them to NPCs later. And then I made my way back
facial
to
animations. I mean, there's doing so much.
I kept following the guy.
I can see them like
that I jumped off the bridge, so it was kind of nice.
What is it? What am I trying to say? That like for the all the stuff that they're building, facial animations is probably not that important.
And then we just kept going. Just for the sake of transparency, I need you
to
understand
that for games like this, I agree with you.
Games and events like this is not the release build, and things change. For the sake of transparency, it's important for me to mention that some of us did encounter
the voice acting is great.
Of sometimes puzzles, sometimes things that you're supposed to interact, they are not interactable, and then the only solution would be reloading an earlier save file. So one of the things that really stood out to me.
I don't think Kliff is. Yeah, I don't think Kliff is boring. But dialogue is different. But I love the characters' personalities, how they interact with each other. I think. Okay, here's my prediction. I think interacting with the Greymans will be really good, but then when it comes to other story stuff, it's gonna fall. It's not gonna be as good compared to other games. That's my guess. The Greymans, because the dialogue that we saw between the Greymans was really nice. But I think outside of the Greymans, it's not going to be as good. What else did I miss? At least his voice actors has personality versus Clive. I don't know who Clive is. Sorry. I like good story, but sometimes I just want to enjoy the world and everything in it. Yep, me too. The facial animations are very simplified. They kind of remind me of AC games. I wasn't really paying attention to the facial animations, so I'll have to look at it again. Voice acting and story writing seem leagues above BDO. Definitely. You have to like the game and put in enough hours to open up the main story. Yeah, I like how it's not, because one of my main problems with like Cyberpunk and Skyrim and all that is like they give you quests and you feel like you have to do them right now, but this one seems a bit slower, which is nice.
And then there was like stuff in any direction that you go.
All right,
I even found like
we got 2 minutes left.
Castle
I'm just gonna look for something interesting.
We had like some of the devs. That dimension is kind of like you have a lot of puzzles in that, and while you're on top, you can see the whole world, and it's huge. And I can't imagine
this. Like I've seen everyone's been showing this Sky Island, so I'm assuming this is like the starter, the first one that we go to when we go through the portal, and then we meet Aliston afterwards, along with the White Crow.
Huge.
This is gorgeous, man.
And I can't imagine how much you can do. There's like bounty boards where you can find bounties.
Voice acting story. You have to like. And then I have a question: is he Australian, British, or a dwarf, Irish, Gaelic? Who are you talking about? Colossal. That's interesting. Sticking for one era for a while. Sorry, his justice. Oh, you're talking about Kliff?
People needing help and bandits and a bunch of random things, or you can literally just walk around the world, and if you hear like people talking about, oh, there is a problem in this place, you can just go to that place and try to investigate it. So there's a bunch of like seeded things for you to find.
That's actually pretty cool.
So to me, there's a bunch of like place you can talk
where like
about,
people talk about stuff and then you go visit it and it's there.
There's a problem in this place, you can just go to that place and try to investigate it. So there's
I'll get back to you in just a second, Colossal.
Seeded things for you to find. So
he finds this is where you get the helmet.
Seeded things for you to find. So to me, that's really cool. And
oh, it's from memories.
To dive in the game.
Oh,
and
it's Marnie.
Find more cool stuff. Like there was a kid who was very sad because the bandits had stolen his sheep, and I found the sheep, and I actually kind of like died 3 times trying to rescue this sheep. I rescued
cool.
Wooly. I could literally hold
The side quests
him,
seem really nice.
and then I could either walk with Wooly, but I could actually.
What if you kill the sheep?
Go on my horse while I held the sheep. So it was kind of like a stare of animals.
Oh, that's cool. You can
people.
hold the sheep while riding the horse.
It was kind of funny. And then when I got Wooly back, it apparently wasn't Wooly, but the kid was happy anyways. And there was a lot. And that was, to me, the highlights of the game. How you can...
To answer you, Colossal, yeah, someone said he's Scottish. If you go to the Crimson Desert channel, maybe you've already seen this, I don't know. If you go to the Crimson Desert channel, they have a video on the cast, and you can like learn more about them, the people that are doing the voice acting. Meet the cast, Kliff, Unka, and Damien. But yeah, guys, this is crazy. I am so excited, not just for the game, but also like there's just so much support from you guys, and I really appreciate it. And I will be streaming this when it comes out. I'll give more details on that. I think so. I'm thinking about doing one or two more videos before the game comes out. Probably, okay, for sure I'll be doing a story video probably in the week leading up to the game. And then I'll also be doing a video on either combat or analyzing the content creator event. Like what did we learn? You know, kind of just summarizing it. Oh, I disconnected for a second. Okay, but we're back. Making like a nice summary video from the content creator stuff. What would you guys be interested in? I'm definitely doing the story video, but for the second video, what else would you guys be interested in? Let's put on some music. Video lo-fi. Wow, the chat is delayed, man. Unless everyone stops saying something. Or maybe my chat, something happened to my chat. How do I see my... Ah, okay, yeah, my OBS chat was paused for some reason. I'll be looking for your videos. Should do a poll, maybe predictions. Definitely what we learned from the content creator. Okay, so predictions. Okay, what do you mean by predictions? Bye, Dabwill. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around. Do you guys hear me? No. Map predictions, boss predictions. Okay. Okay, yeah, so predictions. I'll think about what kind of predictions to make. I don't really know what kind of predictions to make. I'll think on that, but it's either predictions or what's it called? What we learned from the content creator event. Maybe I could do both. You know, I could do both in one video. In-depth analysis of the previews would be sick. side content predictions, possible secret areas. I think you should do a video about what we learned from these previews. I can do both. Like I could do both of those things in the same video. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Plus, what's it called? The story. What the game comes out on the 18th, right? Or the 19th? So maybe if I can get a video out. Okay, I'll try to get a video out early next week, and then another video early, like maybe Monday. So maybe next Monday or Tuesday I'll try to get a video out, and same thing for the next Monday or Tuesday. That'll be the plan. All right, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. This was a fun stream. We had a good time. We had up to 40 viewers. We had total 885 views, a bunch of likes. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. It was a good time. Let's do more. We'll do this more. I'll definitely do more streaming when the game comes out. What's gonna happen later on between now and release, we'll see. I'll keep an eye on the community posts. Oh, before you go, I forgot. I have I made an X account. I made an X account. You guys should follow it. Let me show it to you. So it's just make sure to follow my X account at Super Warrior. I'll also I need to do more. So that's the Twitter, I think. Let me see. Yeah, you should be able to see it. No. Second browser. Nope. Why isn't it showing? Sorry. Bro, I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, I'll just put a link to my channel, my X account. But yeah, follow my X account if you want to get some details. I'll be posting on there more. But yeah, thank you guys. I have to go now, but thank you everyone. Thank you, Barbaros, Mustache Guru, Tyrannid, Has191. I keep forgetting your name, man. Say honest. Dabwill, Too Smooth. Thank you for following Colossal. Thank you for joining. Make sure to subscribe if for some reason you haven't yet. And see I can so. Thank you for following. Thank you for watching. All right. Have a good day, everyone, or a good night, good morning, wherever you're at. I'll catch you later, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.